share, hit the sub, you know what to do. Wow, what has gone wrong at Liverpool Football Club? Wow, wow, wow. 2-1 yesterday, lost at Anfield to Leeds United. We've lost to the two bottom teams, Leeds and Forest last week. We've lost to United, we've lost to Arsenal. So 4 losses already after 12 games. Unthinkable. Unthinkable for Liverpool when you think about the legendary 63 match season last year, 2-3 seasons, winning leagues, Champions League, FA Cups, League Cups, Champions, World Club Cups, everything, winning everything. We've had injuries before. We had big injuries in 20. We had huge injuries in 2021 with all the centre halves being injured. We did huge injuries, and we came through that and got fourth place. It's going to be a struggle to get top four now. We need investment big time in the squad, especially in midfield. The midfield is all over the shop. But we get your comments in, hit the like button, guys. Let's get people in, have a little Sunday afternoon chat, I suppose. What else can we do? Just have a little chat. I want your opinion on what's gone wrong at Liverpool. Is it injuries? Is it lack of investment from FSG? Is it Jurgen Klopp's tactics? Is it all of them combined together? Is it other things outside, maybe something going on in the background that people don't know about, that type of thing? Is that? I don't know what. I think it's everything. I think it's out of form, top world class players, 4 or 5 top class players out of form at the same time. We're making mistakes and being punished. We're actually making mistakes, and for every mistake we make, we're being punished with either a goal or sending off or a free kick that causes a goal and stuff. And Gomez, of course, I think Gomez was involved in 8. I think there's been 8 big mistakes in Liverpool so far, and Gomez involved in 4. Now, we're not using scapegoats. Van Dijk wasn't great yesterday, to be fair. But I still think, I'll keep going back to it, guys. It's all about the midfield. The midfield is not giving protection to the back four, and it makes the two centre halves, especially if Matip isn't there, look bad. You know what I mean? We need a centre back, 2 midfielders, and 1 forward in the summer, says LFC. How are you, bro? Hopefully you're well. Hit the like, guys. Let's get that like button up. The more likes, more people come in. It's simple as that, and then we can have a chat longer. So basically, hit that like button if you want, and we'd have a little chat. Get your comments in on what you think has gone wrong at LFC. Are you blaming FSG? Possibly. I mean, investment is one thing. We knew the policy when Klopp came in. Klopp knew the policy when he signed the long-term contract till 2026. So does Salah. But I'm sure they said to him, we will invest if we need players, But LFC, I'm good, Dave. Thanks, mate. Yeah, look, we're not great after that last night. Absolutely not great. I'm not great after it. You're not great after. I was shocked, to be fair. Overly shocked? No. I mean, you just don't know what type of team Liverpool is going to turn up. You don't know what team is going to turn up at Liverpool these days, and that is the problem. But I thought at Anfield, our Anfield form has been decent, so I thought at Anfield, playing one of the bottom teams, I think they'd lost the last 4 games, Leeds. Surely, we can get it. But we give away a silly goal. I don't know what Gomez. I still blame Gomez for that. I think you could blame the three, and you could play the slip from Alisson, the Gomez, the pass. It was a terrible pass. And even Van Dijk switches off and lets Rodrigo run past them and tap it in. Rodrigo didn't slip off. The only one that didn't, snooze off or drop off was Rodrigo, who ran onto it and tapped it into an empty net. Out of all the other three just made a complete bollocks of it. So, I mean, it's as I say, every time we make a mistake, we get punished. It's been happened in every single game we've lost. We've lost 4 league games. In United game, we were terrible at Old Trafford. You couldn't lose at Old Trafford, even as a good playing well. But they weren't good at the time either. We gave them absolutely everything in that game. Even the Arsenal game. To give a goal away after a few minutes, then to give one just before half time and you're back in it. The Forest game, we won't even talk about. I mean, that was an absolute disgrace. And yesterday wasn't much better than the Forest game. It wasn't much better than the Forest game. Our team is too old. We need to get younger players in, especially in midfield, says Luis Diaz. Yeah. We need something. We need investment in midfield. Surely Klopp's sitting down today and, chatting with his staff, his backroom staff and whatever, and saying, listen, what are we going to do here now? We've a Napoli, you could call it a dead rubber midweek. We're already qualified. I do not think we're going to get past, I think he beat them by 4 goals or something. It's not going to happen, Why would you risk it? Why would you risk playing and getting someone injured? So I think it's going to be a mix of a team against Napoli midweek. We've Spurs away in the league next week. The next 2 league games, Spurs away and Southampton at home. We've only got 2 league games for the World Cup. We've got to be getting 6 points. I said yesterday before the Leeds game, we've got to get at least 7 points. Now we've only can get a possible 6. Spurs way is not going to be easy. You don't know what's going to happen with them. They're Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde too. You don't know who's going to turn up. So it'll be like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde against Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Who is going to turn up next weekend? But it'll be a tough game. It'll be a tough game. You know, the way our defence is playing at the moment, Son and Kane will be licking their lips. Doug from Doug Football Channel is in. How are you, Doug? Hopefully you're well. I can't bring anybody in because this is actually just exclusively on YouTube. It's not on StreamYard, so it's YouTube on its own, so I can't bring people in. I wish you could do that on YouTube. I don't know why they don't allow you to bring people in, but StreamYard do, and it's brilliant, but YouTube don't let you bring in guests live, so it was a shocker, Doug. It was an absolute shocker of shockers, but I think there's more to come. I think there's a few more shockers left. Now, the World Cup could be coming at a good time for us. It really could be coming at a good time for us because it'll give us a 4 or 5 week. Okay, we 6, 7 players going away, but the vast majority of the squad will not be. But I think they've got a few friendlies lined up, and they will be still training to keep match fit and ready to rock when we come back at Christmas. So, no one else. We probably get players injured in training or in the friendlies. That's the way it's been. You know, we've no club doctor at the moment. I just think there's something behind it. Maybe it's to do with this intensity book. I don't know. Maybe it's something in that book. Although Klopp did forward the book, so Klopp gave that book his blessings. Pep Linder's book, Intensity. I haven't read it. I don't think I'll read it now. It should be called Lack of Intensity at this stage. But yeah, I just look. Get your comments in, guys. What you think has gone wrong with the team? Is it all FSG? Is it all blame on FSG? Is it all blame on lack of investment? Is it all blame on we should have did this in the summer or 2-3 summers ago? This type of thing. I don't think it can be all down to FSG. I really don't. Top of the morning, Dave. Liverpool are a bloody shambles, says Gary. Hit the like, hit the share, guys. Let's go. Let's get it up to 10 likes. What are we on? 7 likes at the moment. Let's go. I reckon we get at least 8 more defeats if nothing changes. Jesus Christ. Mid-table obscurity. But the big question then for me is, what would be more embarrassing for you? To finish in the Europa Conference League, to get Europa Conference League next year, or to finish 10th? Finish in the Europa Conference League. Set was a 6th or 7th? Because that would be banter city. That would be banter city. There is just no way about it. From falling from Champions League level, we can still win the Champions League, of course, but we got to change. We got to do something. I know we've the likes of big players out. Matip, Kanate, Jota, Diaz are big losses, especially Jota. I think Jota's been a huge loss for us. Just to come off the bench, Diaz as well. If you have those two on the bench with 20 to go, it gives you a chance to win games, you know? And even when we equalised yesterday at 1-1, it was only 14 minutes gone. It's 1-1. It was too chaotic, that game. It was too all over the place. There was too much happening. For a neutral, I'm sure it was great on a Saturday night sitting down with a beer at 7:45 to watch that. That was like watching a movie in the cinema. It was epic. There was chances either end. There was poor defending. You know, Leeds brought us down to their level. But to be fair, their fluidity and stuff was a lot better than us. So did they deserve to win the game, Leeds? Probably not. I think a draw would have been about right. We had chances. Nunez had 2 or 3 really, really good chances. Salah had that chance as well. We're not being clinical enough, and it's so weird. We've been clinical in other games. The likes of 7-1 away at Rangers, the likes of 3-0 at Ajax. We weren't much better than Ajax. We were not as good, not that much better than Ajax in both games. We got a last-minute winner with Matip header at Anfield. That could have went either way. And even the Ajax game the other night, they hit the post. If that goes in, it's a different game. Goals change games. People keep saying it. No matter how good you are. I think we had 63% possession yesterday. 63% possession means absolutely nothing if you do nothing with it. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They only had, 36, 37, percent possession, and they beat us 2-1. The drop-off of the big boys, the Van Dijks, the Fabinhos, these type fellas, has been wow. We turn up in the Champions League games and bottle the league games, yeah. I can't put a finger on it. My worrying thing is I don't know whether Klopp can put a finger on it. I don't know if Klopp can put his finger on it and tell you what's wrong. I don't know whether Klopp can turn around and say, well, I know what's wrong. Because looking at him in the post-matches, I don't think he knows what's even wrong. I really don't. You could blame it to not taking your chances and injuries and stuff, but the teams he's putting out should be good enough to beat Leeds and good enough to beat Forest. They should be good enough, Teams like us have the ball so we can slowly creep up the pitch and they can counter. I I pay no attention to possession. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. We are getting caught in the counter badly yesterday against Forest, particularly yesterday, because Leeds play that sort of chaotic attacking style. They did it under Bielsa, but they do it similar yesterday. Defensively, they were quite good, but just the 2 goals they scored. I mean, even the winner, Somerville, I mean, 89th minute, no one tight. They had 2 or 3 chances to get tight to him, 2 or 3 chances to make his mind up. Just let him toe poke it into the corner. I mean, that was poor defending. The first one was a mistake, though. I mean, Gomez, what was he doing? Alisson, I don't know. But then again, Gomez didn't look up, so he didn't see where Alisson was. Maybe Alisson should always be central. But Alisson was coming close to him on the byline. And then Van Dijk didn't follow the run from Rodrigo. Have the players stop playing for Klopp? Says Gary, I don't think so. I don't think so. No. I don't think Klopp's lost the dressing room at this stage, but that would be the danger, of course. But as I say, we've got the World Cup in about 3 weeks' time, so there's going to be a hiatus, there's going to be a stop, and there's going to be a, okay, reset. What are we going to do here? What's going to happen? I think we're trying too much too soon. There is injuries. Any team would miss the likes of Jota, Diaz, Matip, Kanate, these type players when they're out, kill us, absolutely kill us. But we haven't. I don't think we've replaced Genie Wijnaldum. I mean, Genie in the middle, that Red Bull type style, that guy who literally wins every ball, wants every ball, gets stuck in. He didn't get enough praise, Genie. He did not get enough praise. And ever since Genie went, the midfield hasn't been quite right. It just hasn't been quite right. Even Thiago didn't look great yesterday. And usually he controls it, considering we'd 63% possession. You know what I mean? Northred is in as well. Alan's in. How are you guys? Our bench is no longer strong enough now to make a difference when we need it. Exactly. But that's what I'm saying about Jota, Diaz on the bench. If you had Jota and Bobby, if you had Jota and Diaz on the bench with 15, 25 minutes to go, it would make a difference. We would get chances and probably score. Probably would. But I'm more worried about the midfield and the defence. Teams are just powering through us. They're just powering through us as if the midfield's not there. I've never seen such a fall off. Even O'Leary's Leeds decline took longer. It's a crisis, says Northred. It is a crisis. It's a crisis. It could literally go into a full blown crisis. Obviously top 4 is a must for a club like Liverpool. The type of project we have, the type of profile we want. If you want to get top class players in January or next summer, you've got to be in the Champions League. We've seen United trying to get De Jong. One of the big reasons he didn't move from Barca to United was the fact they're in the Europa League. So if you're in the Europa League, or even worse, the Conference League, it's hard to get the top players in because they're usually at Champions League clubs, and they're not going to leave Champions League clubs, even if they're getting double or triple their wages, to play in the Europa League. Okay, Liverpool's still would be a huge draw. Klopp would be a huge draw. But I just don't know. Bloody hell, Dave, you're brave coming on. Maybe it's... Listen, I'll always come on. Always come on, my friend. Always come on. Trends Daily Entertainment News. Let everybody know we're live. Pop in, hit the like and say hello. We're going to come on for a little while here. I'm just drinking a nice little simple Diet Coke. But as I say, it's me. Hi, FSG, if you see me short. But look, it's not brave at all. I mean, I've seen Liverpool, brilliant in the 80s. I've seen them poor in the 90s, poor in the 90s. So, we've been worse than this. I still think Klopp can turn it around, but he's going to need backing. He is going to need backing, and big backing. I think they probably would have looked at next summer for the backing, but they're going to have to do something in January. At least 1 or 2 players in, and I mean quality. No Arthur Mellos, no Ben Davies, no, Kabaks, Ozak Kabaks, none of this crap. We need proper starting 11 international players. But, look, we'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting fucking few weeks. I mean, we've got to get to the World Cup before the World Cup starts and get points on the board. We've 2 league games left. We've got to get 6 points in the next 2 games. We just got to. Yeah, but not to strengthen appropriately is negligible. When we won the league, we should have been bringing in 2 world-class players and 2 or 3 projects. It's the Premier League, the best there is. Yeah, I know what you mean. When we won the league, we missed the trick. I think there was 2 or 3 windows. We just didn't strengthen enough. Now, it should go back to the profile boys who know. I mean, all Liverpool players are checked for, heart, fucking lactates. Can they go another season? Can they do this? Injury profiles, everything like that. Age profile. They knew that. They absolutely knew all that. but didn't do anything about it. So you could say maybe, okay, Michael Edwards left, question mark there. Julian Ward, is he doing enough? Is he pressing them enough? Is Klopp pressing them enough for players? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he was happy with what we had in the summer. Maybe he was happy. I know we went in for Tuchemeni, so we had that money there. And then we go for an Arthur Melo. Doesn't make sense. FSG need to spend 300 million, Dave, says Gary. I agree. Yeah, of course. Two midfielders who can stay fit would be fine. Then you can manage the game time. Look, staying fit and playing. I mean, that's the big one, isn't it? We need players that can stay fit. Is it down to the training style? Is it down to the intensity? Why they're always injured? There's another question you could throw into the pot and stir it around. You know, the intensity is ridiculous, and especially as the older you get, you're going to get injuries. You're going to get ligament injuries. You're going to get muscle injuries. You're going to get stuff like that. So there's big questions, big things. I just don't know. I don't know. I can't. I'm just trying to come on here just to let off some steam on that terrible result yesterday. There's a lack of understanding somewhere for sure. FSG don't get it. I can't wait for the January transfer bullshit, basically, says Nordred. We shall see. I'm sure they're looking at it. Well, they usually be looking at it well before now. I mean, it's November next week, isn't it? It's Halloween tomorrow. It's been scary enough for Liverpool. It's basically been like Halloween since the start of the season for Liverpool because it has been scary. It has been unbelievably bad. I mean, you know, when Klopp came in October 2015, it took him a while to get going. It took him a good year, good season to get his players in he wanted, to get rid of the dead wood and stuff like that, get his Gengen pressing and stuff like that. But we haven't really seen... We had a few bad times, of course. We had that 6-game loss run, of course, when we had no centre-halves and stuff like that. That was another thing where we made a mistake. I didn't think we'd make the same mistake again. We had an investment in centre-halves. Now it looks like we haven't got the investment or the proper investment in midfield. Liz is in. What a fucking mess is Liz. Liz, absolutely my sentiment, my friend. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's get a few people in here, guys, and let's have a little chat about what has gone wrong at Liverpool Football Club. Trends, daily entertainment news. Do we buy injury-prone players, or is it the intensity? A very good question. Even Kanate, I'm worried about now. Back in the day, Paul McGrath didn't train, and Big Ron focused on match day. Yeah, I think it has to be down to the intensity of the training, the ligament. All the injuries are ligament and muscle injuries and pulls and strains. It has to be down to the running style. I mean, we literally run all over it. You know, it's all about how many kilometres you run for Liverpool, and it has been for the last 3-4 years. Obviously, players aren't getting any younger. So you add it all together. You have a drop-off. You have a drop-off of form. That happens to the best of players. We've seen it with Van Dijk, drop-off. We've seen it with Fabinho, drop-off. Salah, there was a drop-off. You know, the world-class players, you'll get drop-offs. I've no doubt Salah keeps scoring goals. Just when he scored a goal last night, could have had a second. He will score goals. But the likes of Van Dijk just not making the right decisions, not controlling that back four, makes it jittery for Alisson behind him. We don't even run that more on match day now. Yeah, we're being outrun. That's another big problem. We're being outrun. Leeds run 11 kilometres more than us. We're being outrun. That is the problem. We're being outrun. We're being outfought. We're being out-taught. I want 25-year-olds who are available to places, Liz. Oh my God. Yeah, I want a bit of quality though. I want quality. I don't just want any old 25-year-olds that can just, pick them up on a bus stop and say, right, can you play? Put your boots on and let's go. You look fit. You look young. Let's go. We need players that can fit. We've heard him saying it a million times, fit the style, which means being able to run, being able to use energy, I'd send Fabinho on his international break now, says, yeah, of course. Wow. I mean, up to probably even last year, we would have had Fabinho. He would be the number one name on your list. He would be the number one name on your team sheet. Not quite now. Have we heard from the players and the media as to what is going on, says Alan? No, that would probably be the next book. That'll be the next book that Klopp brings out when he leaves Liverpool and something went on in the background. There's something not quite right. I do have one or two connections to the club. I won't mention who they are, but there's something not quite right there. And I don't know what it is. It's just not right. It's just not right. You see Klopp in his interviews. They're not. There's something going on. I mean, Klopp has never looked as bad in interviews and doesn't know what to say, or looks dumbfounded, or looks like he's going to start crying in an interview. You've never seen Klopp like that. And he's like that. He's not even giving out anymore. You know, he's not even jumping down the reporter's neck. It's just totally, totally different. Could make the difference next weekend. One good thing is we can rotate midweek, but Spurs need a result in Marseille. Yeah, I definitely would rotate against Napoli. Why would you be playing the likes of Salah, Van Dijk, or even Alisson? I'd have Kelleher in goal. I'd be playing Kanate, he needs a game. Simicas, I'd be playing one or two of the young lads. Beatasic, all these guys. I really would give Curtis Jones a game because he has just not done it for us, this type thing. I really would give all the other sort of second string a game against Napoli. So what if you lose? We're through already. We just need to concentrate the Spurs game. Exactly, next week. We need 3 points. We need 3 points. Klopp looks defeated, and that is frightening, says Liz. He looked broken in 2021, Dave, too. Well, I mean, to lose a league title, to the last game, a Champions League final, win the FA Cup, win the League Cup. I mean, literally take every last drop of energy, every last drop of everything out of every single player and the staff and the fans, and to just slip like that, had to take it out of you guys. It just had. It wouldn't be human if it didn't. Anfield Road TV is in, my mate Jack, who's just hit 5k subs. Anfield Road TV, Jackie boy in the house, has hit the 5k club gang. Welcome to the club, Jack. Next stop for you is 6k, buddy. I can't bring anybody in because I'm live on YouTube. I'm not live on StreamYard. But thanks for popping in. Hit the like, hit the share. Jackie boy with the 5k subs in the house. I know Jack, about 4 years we're doing this. I've been over in his house a few times. Over in Liverpool with him. Good. I mean, that's done a lot of shows over the years with Jack. So check out Jack at Anfield Road TV 5k club. I think we're doing a special tomorrow with Jack, a Halloween Jack 5k special, something like that. So check that out. Congrats, Jack. Sorry about being a bit abrupt last night. I was seething. Says, yeah, of course. I'm sure there was a lot of people seething last night. I went down for about an hour after it, but I just didn't know what to say, to be fair. Just did not know what to say. Van Dijk lost his record, has never been beaten until yesterday at Anfield. Joined in January 2018. The record is gone. Was it 69 games? Something like unbeaten at home in the Premier League. I mean, ridiculous record. It'll probably never be broken. He's got the record, but I wanted it to go on for a bit longer. First time in 29 games, I think Liverpool were beaten at Anfield in the league. Something like that. But my good God, guys, what's next for Liverpool? What is next for Liverpool? Get your comments in, hit the like button. Let's get people in and have a chat about this. We can all blame FSG. We can blame Klopp and his tactics. We can blame, injuries. We can blame lack of investment. We can blame Liverpool's training intensity style and all the injuries and stuff like that. There's a lot of issues. I think it's a mix and probably even something else going on in the background that nobody knows about. There was the Naby issue, we know. He was left out of the Champions League squad, and maybe something happened there with him and Ox. And I don't know. Maybe there's something else going on at the boardroom level. Who knows? Maybe it's that intensity book from Pep Linders. I mean, it could be anything. You spent enough to beat the likes of Leeds and Forest, to be honest, his aunt. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not saying that team wasn't good enough to beat Forest. That team wasn't good enough to beat Leeds. They should have beaten Forest and should have beaten Leeds. He had chances in both games to beat them. But there's no confidence there. There was no confidence to beat them. You know what I mean? I'm not taking it away from Forest. I'm not taking it away from Leeds. But to be fair, we should be beating Leeds and Forest. And even with the injuries, we should be beating them. And it's absolutely correct. And don't kick people when they're down. He's actually stating a fairly good point. I mean, he'll know he's a bit Leicester City fan. Confidence is huge. Confidence is everything. Psychologically, confidence is everything. Jan Tai is saying Klopp system. You mean the press? You mean the Gengen style? Is that what you mean? Tom Connolly in the house. Mad year for the Redmond, Dave. Hi, Jack and Doug and all you LFC legends on here. We go on. Absolutely, my friend. Look, we're not going to stop loving Liverpool. We're just trying to have a little chat here on a Sunday afternoon to see what's going wrong. And you can voice your anger. You can voice your opinions. That's what it's all about, guys. That's why we're on. You know what I mean? We have to get out of the domestic cups, try and consolidate our position in the league and go for the Champions League as a bonus. Get out of those nothing cups. Well, we're holders of both of the nothing cups, to be fair, and I think that's exactly what he will do. I mean, the League Cup game, I think we play Derby County at the end of November at Anfield in the League Cup. I'll be playing nobody in that. Even a Napoli game midweek, give players rests. We've just got to concentrate on Spurs away and Southampton at home. Try to get 6 points on the board before the World Cup break. That's all we can do. The press does not look anywhere near as intense anymore. You're telling me, Ant? You're absolutely telling me? What's the crack, Dave? This was coming. Those players were burnt out come to the end of last season. They were like a boxer on the ropes, and they depleted squad and sent them back out for another 12 months, says Crick D. Absolutely. Absolutely, my friend. Sell Oxen Gomez, says Jan. Big up, Reds. All stay together. Jurgen Klopp needs our help. Just wish these players would start running, and all the clear lack of consideration at the elite level is shown, says Anfield Road TV. Jackie boy. Jackie, yeah. I mean, wish I could bring you in, Jack, but I can't because it's just YouTube. It's not StreamYard. I might go live later on tonight, though. I'll let you know. With Jack and Ivan, I might do something, or with Keith and Ivan later on, maybe around 6 or 7 tonight. I might go live for another in-depth chat. But at this moment in time, right now, we're going to have a chat about the Reds and what has gone wrong at Liverpool Football Club, guys. What has gone wrong? Wow, I'm sure Klopp's dumbfounded as much as I am. I've no issues with Klopp. It's down to FSG, says Norred. There you go. It's all about FSG. Doug, is it same with you, my friend? Congratulations on the 5K. Doug is saying to Jack. Jackie boy's in the 5K club now. Yeah, absolutely. Next stop 6, Jack. Next stop 6. Douglas the Lionhearted, says Liz. Look, guys, I mean, FSG have to take some of the blame, of course. I mean, they've done brilliant things. They've done wonders for the club. The new Kirby Axel training facility is one of the best in the world. Brilliant. We moved from Elwood into a top class, like moving from a 4-star hotel to a 5-star with all the trimmings, basically. What they've done to the ground with the new Annie Road end going in start of next season, an extra 7,000 seats. Ground looks like a proper European, elite level stadium. Absolutely brilliant. We won the league after 30 years. We've won the European Cup in the final 3 times. We're unlucky at least once more to not have won it. We've been close within a point of oil barons, Man City. We could have easily had 3 leagues. Let's be fair here, or more. League Cups, FA Cups, so close to a quadruple last year. But the drop off from last year and the last 4 years to where we are right now at the end of October, Halloween tomorrow, is scary. Scary, scary, scary. And I'm worried. I am worried. Finish work at 8, message you later. Spot on North. We prided ourselves in the last couple of years on having the best business in recruitment, etc. Where has all that gone? Big question. Maybe it left with Michael Edwards. Congratulations, Jack, says Tom. We done Crick D, we done that with all the same players though, Dave. Yeah, we did, yeah. I know what you mean, yeah. Can they go again is the question. I mean, I think the way Liverpool are now, even when we've the likes of Diaz back, Mata back, Kanate back, Jota back, we've all these players on the pitch, say, Christmas time. Is it still enough to get top 4? It's not, because it's the midfield. Ravi Bakari in the house. Not the result we wanted, my friend. Ravi, hit the like, hit the share. Let's get up to 20 likes. We've 20 people in. Should be 20 likes. Come on, let's go. More likes, the more people come in. More chat. The more fun and the more crack. But at the moment, it's not much fun or crack because we're sort of all over the shop, aren't we? I also think other teams have improved as well as getting worse as Ant. Yeah, I mean, the Premier League itself has gone up a level. I mean, Spurs are hot and cold. I don't know, that game next week, to call that game at White Hart Lane next week, Liverpool against Spurs, is like, it's like a deal in the deck of cards and just saying whatever card comes out. To call that game is going to, I mean, that game could literally be a toss of a coin. Liverpool could win it. We've been decent when we've played against decent teams. Spurs could win it, or it could be a fucking draw. I mean, it could be any of them. It could be any of them. You know what I mean? But we just gotta do something fast. We gotta do something fast. We can't seem to do the fundamentals right with the basics, says Ravi. Should have won Champions League if it wasn't for Courtois. Oh, we're going backwards. Oh no, Jesus, don't remind me of that. I was with Jack and Doug and all the boys in Liverpool watching that in Jack's back garden. Courtois had a bleeding game of his life. Oh, it's if, buts and maybes, guys. We are where we are now, on the 30th of August, Halloween tomorrow. So we got to get out of this scary situation, and we got to do it fast. We got to do it fast. Things could really spiral badly, even worse than they are now, guys. We will win. We will win that, then get beaten the following game. Liverpool will win 2-1, says Jan Toy. Look, I don't know if we win or not. I mean, we've a Napoli game midweek as well. We don't want any injuries there. I wouldn't be playing full strength. I just wouldn't. I just would not play full strength. You'd play full strength if it meant something, and you only had to beat Napoli. Only had to beat Napoli to win, because we seem to turn it on in the Champions League. We probably still turn it on with a half a team against Napoli. But we gotta be better. We gotta do better. We really, really do, guys. We got to do better. We got to wake up and smell the coffee. I just want the World Cup to come, says Crick Day. Take your mind away in the Premier League, yeah. It could be our saviour. It could be our saviour in 2 or 3 weeks when it comes around and a few players go away. Remember, all the other players from the other teams, the top teams, have to come back from a World Cup. And they have a lot more players, I think, than Liverpool going away. Some of them have half their squad going away to the World Cup. Who knows what way they're going to be when they come back. We might be able to make up ground. We've 2 games when we come back straight away. On Boxing Day, we have Villa away, which won't be Stevie G, and then I think it's Leicester at Anfield. I'm not sure, on the 30th of October, something like that. And then the window opens the day after that, on the 1st of January. So maybe the World Cup's coming at the right time, guys. Jack at the Anfield Road TV. What do you put the lack of desire down to, Dave, and chat? These players do know they are playing for Liverpool, right? We've lambasted you. It's for years for getting managers sacked and the lack of run. Yeah, look, the players are playing for Jurgen Norbert Klopp, guys. One of the legends in the game. Let's be real. We probably should have more trophies, to be fair. With the team we've had in the last 3 or 4 years, we probably should have a net more trophies. At least 2 more trophies, I would think. Because to have that level, that winning level, that goal scoring, that defensive solidity, certainly should have thrown maybe another Champions League or a league in there. We should be a league or Champions League more. I really do think so. Even though we're up against the likes of City, we were that good. We were that elite. We were that good and that elite, guys. Leicester, Anfield, 30th of December, 8 p.m. kickoff. Yes. So that's what I'm saying. We've got 2 games when we come back from the World Cup. A week later, like 6 days later, on the 26th, which is Boxing Day, day after Christmas Day, it's away to Villa. And then 4 days later, we're at Anfield against Leicester City. And they played well yesterday against City. I thought they should have got draw yesterday. Where is the passion to play for the badge, says Liz. Hate going on about it, but I feel when Jan TW is done, we have to start protesting. When John TW Henry, we can't be the next Arsenal, allow this to go on for years. Maybe we'll get the yellow and green flags off United fans. They won't be using them at the moment. RP is in the house. According to reports, many players were shocked by the lack of ambition and an investment done by the club, says RP. Hit the like, hit the share, guys. Let's get it up to 20. What are we on? 17. Let's get it up to 20 likes. It's always injury crisis season after season that makes us unseen. Well, why are we getting so many injuries? Why are we getting so many injuries? Spider LFC, a good channel, has been saying for months, as soon as we can't get Ramsey right back and Trent into midfield, and I'd love to see it done now. Yes, Spider LFC is a top lad, of course. I was thinking of that at the start of the season myself. I mean, we know Trent can play in midfield. He's good enough to play on the right side of midfield. Defensively, we know what he's lacking. But Ramsey, the problem with Ramsey was when we signed him, he was only a young lad. We signed him in from Aberdeen. When he came in at the club, he was injured. He had a niggle. He didn't get a pre-season. And then when he came back a week or 2, he got injured again. And he's only 19. And he's really, really good prospect. I think Klopp would have hoped to have him in by now. I'd be playing him if he was fit against Napoli and against Derby in the League Cup games. I really, really would. But I don't even know if he's fit at the moment. I hate to say this, but I think Klopp is losing some of the players in the dressing room, like Fab and Hendo. Whoa. That's a big shout. I don't think so. I'd be so surprised. I would be so surprised. There is something going on back in the background or in the boot room or whatever you want to call it, but losing the players. The day we are playing so poor, like we are a lower table, we made Leeds look like Liverpool and Leeds made Liverpool look like Leeds. Let's be real. Similar with Forest. They brought us down to their level. Now, Leeds played well, don't get me wrong, but we helped them. We helped Forest. We helped them the way we played. The way we applied ourselves, the way we started the games, we're giving away early goals again. I mean, it's becoming a joke. An absolute joke. Agree, I think Fab and Klopp are having issues, says Nortred. Liz Golden, and I agree, Liverpool need to buy 2 midfielders in January. And Ant says, Trent is not disciplined enough to play midfield. Good point, actually. He even got caught again last night. I don't know whether you've seen it laid on. It was 1-1 at that stage. Who's it got in behind? I think it was Harrison got in behind him. And he let him in ahead of me. He hit a lovely volley off the crossbar. That easily could have been 2-1. We got away with that one. But obviously it didn't matter in the end. Somerville got the winner. Brighton want 85 million for Casado. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Leeds or Forest hadn't won a game since August. Oh my God, it just gets worse and worse and worse. Mo Salama in the house. How are you, Mo? Hope you're well. Van is thinking about the World Cup now. I hope you're wrong. We've 2 league games left, baby. 2 more league games. Hit the like. 1 more like for 20. Hit that like button, baby. Let's go. Anfield Road TV, Jackie boy. We're playing kids at the minute and getting battered and outruns. So throwing Ramsey into the mix will destroy his confidence. We're in a battle for mid-table. And even further down, says Jack. Jesus, Jack, you've just ruined my Sunday. Fucking hell. Wow. A relegation battle. Almost in a relegation battle. We've 2 league games. We have a Champions League game and a League Cup game. The Champions League game doesn't really mean anything. We're already qualified. The League Cup game, I don't think he's going to worry about the League Cup or the FA Cup. I think it's going to be concentrating on the league this side of February until the Champions League starts up again last 16. I think it's the first week in February. We've got a World Cup in between it to break it up, which probably is a good thing for us. Gives the likes of Jota and Diaz time to get back. Matip, Kanate, will he go away with France? That's the big question. Maybe he needs a few games. So it's going to be really, really interesting. I do like the World Cup. I will be watching it. But in the winter, it's weird. It is weird. There's no doubt about it. Get your likes in. Hit the like. Hit the share. Let's get people in. I'll stay on for another while, guys. I'm enjoying this little Sunday afternoon chat. Wishing it was a better chat. We're all happy after the win against Forest, the win against Leeds, and we're up there close to top 4 and we're looking forward, to Spurs of the weekend. But it ain't that way, guys. We're just trying to figure out. Maybe Klopp's watching this trying to figure out himself. I don't know if Klopp even understands what's going on. If you don't get top 4, it will screw you up so badly with your wage bill, etc. Yeah, it's vital for Liverpool. Top 4. It is vital. This is just a shit show now, Dave, says Doug. You better believe it. Jan, January transfers worry me. I won't complain about sometimes players become available because of poor form where they are. This has been poor show. Should be buying your future in August. January is a bonus. Yeah, we rarely go really. We brought in Diaz, we brought in Van Dijk in January, but it's not the best time to get players you want in, is it? It's not the best time to do it. Maybe someone like De Jong, Frankie De Jong, on loan from January to June, just to do something for a midfield. But I think we need more than that. The wages he's on would be a stopping point. I think he's on $500,000 a week, though. I can't even see him coming in. We need to talk about FSG ass liquor fan channels too. They are the problem that divide the fan bases. RP. Snack. Too many injured in Gomez. It's like Maguire. I won't mention that. And you don't have to be so happy about it. Ant is reveling in it. He's reveling in it. He's a Leicester City fan. But then again, they've got their own issues too. Daz O'Connor. Darren's in the house. Liverpool Connection podcast. Check it out, guys. A top-class Liverpool channel, brilliant interviews, brilliant match day chats over in Texas. They go around with the microphone in pubs and stuff like that. So check out Liverpool Connection podcast. Daz, hope you're well. But after that shit show yesterday, I wouldn't say you're great. Finally hit me yesterday that we are in trouble, says Daz. It hit me. Do you know what? It hit me after the Arsenal game. You can go to United, you can go to the Emirates and lose. Let's be really cat. But we haven't been right. Even in pre-season, we were not right. We weren't right in pre-season. Then we turn up against City in the Charity Shield and look, wow, we're ready to rock and roll. Let's go. What has happened since the Fulham game? Defensively, we're all over the shop. Now, Fulham haven't been bad either, though, have they? They've surprised a few players, but every game there's been a problem. Okay, the Bournemouth game, which was over in 4 minutes. But even the 7-1 against Rangers, it was 1-1 at half-time. We were lucky. We were lucky to be 1-1 at half-time. They had a great chance to make it 2-1. And the goals change games. They scored that, maybe we don't win 7-1. Well, maybe 7-2. You know what I mean? The last-minute goal. The last-minute header by Matip. How important was that against Ajax? So, it's there's just so much on the table, guys. It's hard to digest. It's like going into a pub on a Sunday and a big carvery there, and you say to your man, give me everything on the plate. And with a few points, you can't even finish the fucking thing. You know what I mean? We can't be too simple We can't even do the simple things right. We can't even pass the ball, Ravi. Robbo's wedding, Crick D's putting it down to. Robbo's wedding. Big up, Dave. Niall Kane is in the house. Niall, how are you, my friend? Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're well. Things are not all well at the Liverpool camp, though. That is the big problem, my friend. Fair enough, says Liz to Ant. But look, it's... I don't know. Jack had a thing there back for the Anfield Road TV. The main point is the concentration levels by the lads and the basic fundamental principles and structure of the team, combined with a lack of sheer desire to sprint 5 or 10 yards and a lack to play for the badge. Basically, that's it. The energy, the press, which Liverpool, pride themselves on. They pride the Pep's book on intensity. There is no intensity. There's lack of intensity now. There's no desire, intensity, confidence. That's it as well. Confidence. If you've no confidence when you step out on that pitch, even at Anfield, no confidence at Anfield. Remember, we had an unbelievable record there. Van Dijk up until last night never lost there, ever, at Anfield in the league. It's gone. We got to reset and go again for another 69 games, Van Dijk. Gomez has always had concentration problems. Well, that is a problem for him going forward, for England, for Liverpool. You want to be a top centre-half. He has everything, except for that little bit of concentration. Fucking hell. Or P, if FSG sack Klopp, will there be riots against FSG? FSG needs to leave as soon as possible. Just take your 500% and leave. Look, Klopp's not going to get... The only problem I would have is Klopp could walk. Could do a trick in the summer, or maybe say, listen, I've had enough. I can't take the team any forward and take a year off. That type of thing. Could that happen? They're not going to sack him. They're not going to sack him. I mean, FSG will leave and new owners come in before Klopp gets sacked. That's not going to happen. Let's be real. I mean, he certainly has. He has some money in the bank. He has some time in the bank for what he's done for the club. He's gone there as one of the legendary managers of this football club. I don't want to hear any Klopp sacking. You can say your FSG out and all that crap, whatever you want, but I do not want to hear Klopp out on this channel. I don't want to hear it. Don't hear Klopp out. It's absolute bullshit. If Klopp leaves, I will lose all respect from his quick day. He's not going to leave. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. My worry is JK walking. That's what I'm worried about psychologically. Mentally, your family, it starts affecting your wife and your kids. I know his kids are older and stuff like that, but that'll be my big worry. Klopp out, says Ant. Well, he's a Leicester City fan, so we'll allow him say that. But Liverpool fans, I'm talking about. Klopp is going nowhere, says Liz. Let's hope that is true. Seamus Moore in the house. Seamus, hit the like, hit the share. That performance last night was unacceptable for me. There is a number of players that don't want to be at the club anymore. There's a number of players that don't deserve to be at the club anymore. Let's be real. There's a number there that don't deserve to be on the club. And that's my biggest fear, says Liz. Yeah. Look, you get your comments in. You tell me what you think is wrong at Liverpool or what you would like to see at Liverpool. If you want FSG out, I have a question for you. Okay, FSG out, who do you want in? You can't just say FSG out and not tell me who you want in. I want to know who you want in. That's what I want. I would never, ever be Klopp out. Something has to change for sure. Doug, you're absolutely right. 7-season syndrome again for Klopp. We heard about the 7-season syndrome at Dortmund. Is this the curse of the Halloween trick tomorrow? RP, thanks Dave for your energy. I'd rather sack all 23 players in FSG before Klopp. Everyone is asking if I am sick. Couldn't sleep last night. Need to take a break from football. RP, you're absolutely right. Take a rest. Relax. I mean, had a few beers after the game. I had a beer Jeremy chat last night, straight at instant match reaction and a few things to say after it. But, look, what can we do? Well, obviously, someone with more money, Dave, says not red. I mean, do you want someone like Saudi Arabia, China, human rights records that we just forget about and just say, I don't care what they do. We just want money off them to buy players. Do we really want that, guys? Do we really want that? Ant or Hicks or Gillette types, Glazer types, that just heap debt on the club, take money out every year. What do you want, guys? I want FSG to spend a few more quid, basically. Put their hand in their checkbook. John W. Henry, don't buy any more yachts. Don't buy any more silver yachts or mansions in Beverly Hills. I want you to buy 1 or 2 midfielders in January. That's what I want. I want the new training coach, 2 new midfielders in January, and the players to do their jobs, says Liz. Did you say fucking jobs? Fucking jobs. Absolutely. Seamus Moore, FSG haven't Haven't backed the club enough in player recruitment, but changing owners is a massive risk. Exactly. You know, they're not going to do it mid-season anyway. They'd probably wait till next summer. But the problem is, as you say, if you don't get Champions League, the price of the club goes down. But Liverpool's price has doubled and trebled ever since FSG has taken it over. Anyway, the new stadium, the new stand then next year, which will be ready for August 23-24 season, extra 7,000 seats, the corporate, the night deals, all these brand deals. But you've got to do it on the pitch to make those deals worth money. You've got to get the brand. You've got to get Champions League football, guys. Kyle, not in the house. Leicester owners have just invested 200 million. 200 putting a loan in their name compared to FSG taking money out. Wow. Kyle, well, they don't really take the money out. I mean, Liverpool's idea, FSG's Fenway Sports Group, let's call them what they are, Fenway Sports Group, John W. Henry, what they do is they make money and they invest it back into the club, into the training ground, into the stadium, without getting loans for it, that type of way, and recruitment. But they don't then say, right, let's take 100 million out of the profits and put it towards the midfielder. And that's what people are saying they should be doing. And maybe that's what they should be doing. You know what I mean? Because we have money. You know, we've probably never been as rich as football club right now. Right today, we've never been as rich. Maybe the end of last season, but you know what I mean? The Americans will soon have full control of the Premier League and start creating their own rules. Yes, you'll be having 4 quarters in the Premier League. You'll be having 4 quarters instead of, just 2 halves. Only need a couple of other clubs to be owned by Americans, and we will be playing Premier League games in American halftime shows. Exactly. They'll be all out with their pom-poms. Absolutely. I can see that around the corner. Tom Connolly, Dave, this drop in form is team-wide, and yeah, look, it's been crazy. It's been a crazy 3 years. This actually, doing these shows has helped me. I'm sure Jack and Doug and anybody who does YouTube channel shows and podcasts and whatever. I mean, we've been through a pandemic. We're not even out. Well, we're basically coming out the tail end of it 3 years later. We've been in a ridiculous, time. There's a war in Ukraine, which could get worse. It could be a world war. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Talking about football just takes your bloody mind off it. Yeah, we gave you the solid pay demands, just saying it happens every day between us workers. Yeah, maybe. Everybody points back to Mane leaving, of course. I don't think that's the reason. I would love Mane still at the club, but if he wants to leave, you got to let him go. And he wanted to go, so, no blood money, says Mo. There you go, no blood money. So that means no Saudis or no, Chinese or these type of owners. So definitely no blood money owners. That's not going to happen. I wouldn't say it would happen. 25 people, 26 people in the chat. Hit the like, hit the share. Jackie Boy says, fair play to Jackie Boy. Jack, Arnold's 5K. Give Jack a sub as well. Anfield Road TV. Give Doug and Football Channel a sub. And all the Reds channels that are in the house, because you guys are spoiled rotten. There's so many good channels, so many great opinions. But you guys make it coming on. So basically, without you, there's no channels. No Saudis, Chinese, definitely not, says Doug. Absolutely not. I mean, look at Newcastle now. I mean, they're coming into the mix for top 4 now. So look at what Liverpool have to do now to get into the top 4. City are going to win the league. I know Arsenal run them. I still think City could run away with it in next season, like January, February, March. I don't think Arsenal are quite there yet. They're doing a good job at the moment. I think they'll get second, but I think City will win it by maybe 6, 7, 8 points. So I think City will win it. Arsenal finish second. Now, you've got many teams have you got fighting for 2 spots in the Champions League. You've got Chelsea, who lost 4-1 yesterday. You've Spurs, who are hot and cold. They should have lost yesterday. Got a last-minute winner. You've Liverpool all over the shop. And you've Man United. I don't know what to expect from them either. And now you've got Newcastle United, the Saudi princes. So you've actually got 5 teams fighting for 2 spots for Champions League spots. Like, it's not just Liverpool fighting with Chelsea and United. You know what I mean? You've Spurs and Newcastle as well. That's what makes it even harder. And they will invest in January. I'm sure Newcastle will bring someone in. They're getting close. They're playing well. They'll bring in 1 or 2 in January. They've got the money to do it. United seem to throw money bleeding everywhere. Chelsea will do it as well. So you've got all these teams will throw money at it in January, trying to get those Champions League spots. So that's why we got to be ready to rock in January. LFC are a proper club. They don't sports wash at all, says Liz. There you go, baby. You've got it in one. We have to rebuild starting in January. Simple as Seamus. Who are we on here now? Crick D. If Manny didn't leave, I firmly believe they would have still only assigned the Carvalho and Ramsey for combined 6 million. That's regressing, not progressing. Buying kids to do the work for men. Sweatshop FC, says Crick D. FSG are not the cleanest. They have dirty link in politics. As long as owners are not criminal direct, I am fine. Saying everyone from the Middle East is not criminal, it's homophobic. Wow. We're not saying it's not homophobic. We're not talking about that at all. What we're saying is human rights issues, of course, big issues, Middle East, places like that. I mean, even the World Cup in Qatar, let's be real, guys. How the hell did the World Cup get to Qatar? We know the problems they have, you know, with workers dying building the stadiums and the homophobic stuff going on over there and human rights and sports washing, FIFA. I mean, we don't, that's another podcast. Let's be real. We're on about owners. FSG, you know, the way they run the game is probably right. It's just that everybody else doesn't do it like Liverpool. That's the problem we have. They spend more. If everybody did the same policy as FSG, you'd probably have a better league. You'd be more, you know, instead of, you know, City being able to do what they want, spend what they want, PSG, you know, now Newcastle, these type teams, just here, write the check. What is that? What's the bin man this week? 10 million for just taking away bins? Asher, sign it there. You know what I mean? Nothing said. Good luck to you. About 400 lawyers sitting in the background waiting for someone to say something. Crazy, crazy world we're living in, guys. You're never going to get it right. No matter what owners you bring in, you're never going to get the absolute dream owners that you dream of because there's none out there. There's none out there. Elon Musk, what about him taking over Liverpool? No thanks. Liverpool are hope and pray FC, says Ravi. FSG are not as clean as people make out, says Kyle. Wow. Seamus Moore, World Cup, we will have Diaz and Jota back, which is a plus. It's the midfield where we need to sort out. Seamus, yep, absolutely. We need one or two, maybe three players in midfield. It's not the front line. It's going to be midfield. Douglas, January is tough. You typically have to pay over. Yeah, you have to pay above for in January because people know you're desperate, especially Liverpool will be desperate. Jose Allen in the house. Jose, hoping you are well, my friend. Otherwise known as Jose Allen, the Scouse Hombre in the house. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's get it up to 25 likes. What are we on? 23 likes. 23 people in. As I say, we're having a lovely little Sunday afternoon chat here. What has gone wrong at Liverpool? We've had a lot of opinions, a lot of stuff we don't even really know, but I think it's a mixture of about 4 or 5 things that we've talked about. Can't be just one thing. To be honest, we have more recourse. We have more resources than 99% of the clubs. It's just City and United. Well, we don't. You can throw Chelsea in there. You can throw Newcastle now in there, to be fair. It's not FSG. Klopp out for me. It's for them to act now and do better for the future, says Ravi. Yes, absolutely. No chance to be signed. You know, new owners now are sacking managers or any of this bullshit. Just need the players to turn up, play for the badge, run more, want it more, win more, score more. That's what we need. We need players to turn up and get back into form. Let's be real. We've enough there. We've enough there. We'd enough there to be. We'd enough there to beat Forest. We'd enough there to beat Leeds. We didn't turn up. Littered with mistakes. Need 2 midfielders on the first day of the window, Dave, says Alan. I'm sure they're working on it already. Hello, Klopp? Yeah, get those midfielders, will you? For God's sake. Absolutely. I would buy Tuchel. Oh, I would buy Tuchel. He's the best manager to replace Klopp. Now, tell me who would be better. Nobody is better to replace Klopp, Jan. Nobody. Because I don't want anybody else in the head. I want Klopp to sort it out. I want Klopp, and I think Klopp's probably the only one that can sort it out. Seamus Moore, exactly, FSG have to act on this before the fan base will turn on them. I think half of the bleeding fan base has turned on them already. I think half of them. You see Twitter after the game yesterday or Twitter after the Forest game? Wow. I didn't really go on it much. Tuchel ball, no fucking thank you, says Doug. No thank you either. Absolutely no thank you. Brendan Rodgers, come and get him. No thank you. Book Rodgers from the 25th century. Bibbidi. What's up, Buck? No chance. There's nobody to replace Klopp nor Red. Absolutely my sentiment, my friend. If we were clinical, we would win 90% of our games. If we were clinical, we could open up our own sports science lab, for God's sake. Or maybe a dentistry if you're that clinical, but we haven't been. Have we missed some bleeding chances? I mean, Nunes had 2 chances yesterday. I'm not going to put it all on his head. Salah had 1, someone else had 1. You've got to be scoring one of them, though. Newcastle will not get 4th places, Mo. Maybe not this year, but they're building. That's a long-term project. Look where they are now. They could buy 1 or 2 in January, another 2 or 3 next summer. Where will they be next summer? You could have half a new team in. The 5 sub rule, they'll have some bloody bench. I'm telling you, they're building. That's not a short-term strategy from the Saudi owners. They're building, and then they have the money to build. They have the patience to build. They don't have to worry about profits. They can just sit there and build, and say, where will we be in 2026 or 2027? That's what they're doing. They're probably even ahead of themselves. You know what I mean? They're probably not saying, fighting for top 4 this season. That was probably for next season. They could be ahead of themselves. They're saying, right, get that midfielder we want from it, or get that striker in January. And then we're fucked. Dave, do you ever follow Jamie Phillips Football Chats on YouTube? He's another positive guy like you. I do. I know Jamie well, yeah. I know Jamie well. Jamie Phillips. I know Jamie absolutely well. Another great LFC YouTube channel. I think he's doing something live tonight as well. I know Jamie. I know everybody. I know all the good guys, basically. Some bad boys, but I know good guys, the good guys. Absolute trashing league. Even with Klopp, I think his job is gone, says Jan. Jan, you're becoming very anti-Klopp. I can understand the FSG sentiment, but the Klopp, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Get Michael Edwards back and give him money. I don't think Michael Edwards is coming back. I just can't say Michael Edwards coming back. Doesn't matter if it's January or summer transfer window, Dave. We will be getting our pants pulled down and paying a premium for average midfielders who want to come to the club in free fall. Yeah, that's true. That can happen in January, and that's why it's in January, because literally you get your pants pulled down. You know what I mean? Apparently, the new Newcastle target from their board was to finish top 10 and have a good cup run this year. That's what I'm saying. I say they're well ahead of themselves, and I'd say they're saying, Jesus Christ, we have a chance of top 4 here. What? Let's take out the checkbook in January. Maybe we can be a season ahead of ourselves where we thought we would be. You know what I mean? That's possible. I mean, look, is it impossible for Liverpool to say get 4th place? No, absolutely not. All players back after the World Cup. Who knows? Get 1 or 2 players in January. Usually good second half of the season. But we got to start. I think, with 6 points this side of the World Cup. With Spurs away, Southampton home. Can't drop any more points. And I think Klopp's the only one who can turn it around. I had enough patience with Klopp time to move on, says Jan. I don't think so. Klopp ain't going anywhere. He might look at it in next summer, but certainly not this side of summer. He just signed the new deal, my friend, till 2026, so he ain't going anywhere. Dave, you and Jamie share my same views, says Ravi. North Red, I'm willing to forget this season if it's a reset and investment is appropriate to what it's needed. But I cannot see FSG won't spend what's needed and we don't have enough assets on pitch to sell. See, a lot of our players, the likes of an Ox, the likes of a Ravi, or likes of a Naby Keita, they're injury prone on big wages. Who wants injury prone players that are slightly higher in the age bracket and on huge wages? Who wants them? Who's going to pay for them? Nobody. People keep saying get rid of them. Who's going to buy them? Who's going to buy them, you know? Klopp will definitely turn this around. Got to stay positive, says Seamus. That's what we need, my friend. That's what we need right now. We need people to get behind the team, get behind Klopp, get behind them till January, guys, because we've 2 league games, we've a Champions League game, we've a League Cup game, so there's 4 games this side of the World Cup. We come back after the World Cup, we've 2 league games, then a window. Get behind the team, get behind Klopp. 100%, says Doug. Absolutely. That's all you'll get from this channel. So 100% behind the club. Because I've been through the bad times. I've seen the worst times than this. We've all seen Hicks and Gillette. We've all seen, here. We've seen all those type of clubs. We've seen even worse than that. So get behind the team, guys. Hit the like, hit the share. You know what to do. We'll stay on for another while. What are we, 59 minutes in? Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. Klopp deserves the rest of this season and next to sort it out, says Barry Sweeney. Klopp will sort it out. Well, I mean, if Klopp can't sort it out, obviously he goes then, doesn't he? But I mean, I think he's the only man that can do it. He knows the club inside out. The question is, what's the problem? Does Klopp know what the problem is? Is it just I need more players? I need more, I need this in January or next summer. Is it just that? I don't know if it's as simple as that. I think it's a few things. it's systems, it's age profiles, it's drop off of form, it's confidence, it's not being clinical, it's making mistakes. You throw it all together. It's tiredness, probably tiredness from the 63 match season last year and the intensity over the last 4 or 5 seasons. All added together. Yes, probably. Wow. It's even intense doing these bloody chats, isn't it? Absolutely intense doing these chats. And has been for the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's usually a breeze and you just fly through them. Jose Allen, 3 cup finals, second in the league 6 months ago. We do not sack Premier League winners. We do not sack European Cup winners. You never walk alone. Jurgen Norbert Klopp. You'll always get that sentiment from the club, bro. There's no chance Klopp's going anywhere. The only thing that Klopp could do is leave himself. He's not going to get sacked. The only thing that my worry would be, as you say, he walks, but I don't think he will. I think he loves the club and the people and the fans too much to do that. I think January's big, though. Will he get the back-in January? That's a big one. Will he get the backing from JWH in January or FSG in January? I think that is the big question, which hopefully will be answered in the next few weeks. Obviously, won't it? But look, it's interesting. As I say, I might go live later on, maybe 6:30, 7 with Keith and Ivan, just a little chat, Jack or whatever. We'll just do a little half hour, probably impromptu, a little chat about, go regurgitate that ridiculousness yesterday. Dugout Football Channel, we have Villa away, Leicester home, and then Brentford away in the festive period. I mean, that they're not easy, are they? They're not easy games, but I mean, there's a World Cup between now and then. Jota, Diaz, Matip hopefully back by then, this type of thing. But even with them back, I still think we're going to need an injection in midfield in January just to give us that boost to go for the top 4 or do something in the Champions League that we've qualified for the last 16. Because you don't hit that till February, first week of February. It could be a different team. I could be sitting here in February talking about Liverpool after just getting into the quarterfinals of the Champions League and within touching distance of the top 4 and all the things are rosy in the Anfield Garden after beating United 4-0. You know what I mean? So things can change quick in football. Things can change like that. But I think this is a little bit deeper and it could be slower. There could be a little bit more pain around the corner. There could be a bit more pain around the corner for Liverpool and fans before we make it better. I think it's possible. So true. He loves the club. He loves the fans. Jurgen said to me, we win the Premier League. He said so. Jurgen is a king of Anfield now. That's not even the words. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's get it to 30 likes and we'll call it a day. Caffeine addict in the house. I'm a bit of a caffeine addict. I'm drinking Coke today. Klopp kept flopping. Keep using the same strategy. That is not working, says Caffeine. Well, he's trying to change it, isn't it? This 4-2-3-1 does not look like it's working. I think a lot of teams have copped onto the 4-3-3. They've copped onto cutting Robbo, cutting Trent out. They know Trent's a bit weak at the back, so they keep going down the right-hand side and keep getting joy going down the right-hand side. Plus, we're making individual mistakes. Gomez has made a few. Van Dijk's made a few. Alisson's made a few. If you make mistakes at the back, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. I have been telling you for months, but no one will listen. Wow, his name is Klopp out. I presume he means Klopp out. Not FSG out. You want Klopp out and FSG out, or just want Klopp out? I don't know. But I am listening. I'm listening. I've been watching every game. Podcast with players, ex-players, John Octerberg. You know what I mean? Garrett Roberts used to be in the Anfield rap. Hoping to have another 1 or 2 on, actually. I want to get their views on it. The moment I see Trent playing, I don't bother watching the matches, Caffeine. I thought Trent wasn't too bad yesterday. He got caught once or twice, but Trent wasn't the issue yesterday. Seamus Moore, the system seems to work in the Champions League, but in the league we are being found out. Klopp out. Just Klopp, says Klopp out. Wow. We love Klopp, says Mo. RP, we are 8th in investment ranking while earning most in Premier League. How can you still be fan of FSG? Look, what I'm saying to you is nothing about being a fan. You have to look at everything in its entirety since they came in and what they've done for the club. You look at it that way and go, right, we know the strategy. We know what they do. They make money. They spend what they make, basically. They rarely go above that. When we needed a goalkeeper, we brought in Alisson, who at the time was the world record. I know kept get broken for Chelsea the following week or something like that, but he was world record. Van Dijk, world record centre half from Southampton. But like we do it. We do it. But I think they've got shot of colours now. I really do. If they don't invest in one or two players in January of quality, no Artamelos, no Ben Davies is in January, knowing we need at least one midfielder, maybe two. If they don't do it, I can see the fan base turning. There is a percentage of the fan base turning. We can see it even here live with 30, 40 people in. But I'd say there's a 15-20% of the fan base, probably 1 in 5 who want FSG out. I'd say after January it'd be more 50-50 if they don't do the job. And it could even be worse. It won't be Klopp out. It'll be FSG out. That's the problem. You just got to be careful what you wish for. I'll keep saying it. Be careful what you wish for. Yes, I want FSG have done well and done some good things, some bad things, Super League, furloughs, we can mention all those things, not proper investment at the right times. But I still think we got to get behind the team right now. Get behind Klopp. Let FSG write the checks in January. That's what we got to hope for. Klopp out. We'll struggle to finish top 4 at this rate. Shades of Klopp's final season at Dortmund. We could have spent 100 million on a midfielder, but Klopp wasted it on a Uruguayan Andy Carroll. Sack him tonight. Are you a real Liverpool fan or what's going on, Klopp out? Tom Connolly, Dave, can you remember the last year when we did not come out after half-time, not even seeing a 10% rise in tempo and drive? This drop-off comes from the players. I think Salah's pay deal has caused discontent, says Tom. Maybe. I don't think it's as simple as a pay rise. I think that it's age profile, it's energy, it's confidence, it's lack of confidence, it's, maybe the other teams are getting better. Maybe other teams have found us out at the same time. The quality's gone up and we've stayed stagnant, whereas the quality's getting up better on this side and we just think we're good enough staying where we are. But when the injuries hit the big players and form drops from big players, we're fucked basically. Yes, trying to transition into a new system doesn't help. Nunes trying to blood him in, doesn't help. Other teams have invested better. So James, there you go. That's what I meant. Other teams don't, it doesn't sit still. The Premier League doesn't sit still and wait for Liverpool to sign somebody or not to sign somebody. We're doing our own thing. We know where we want to be. We want Champions League football. This is Newcastle speaking. This is Spurs. This is United. This is City. They want to win the league every year. They're going to win it this year. Arsenal. These teams want Champions League. They want to take it from Liverpool who have had it for the past few seasons. We don't want you getting top 4. We want top 4. That's where the money is. That's the problem we've got to go. We've got to make sure we get top 4. Henderson, Milner, Keita, Fabinho, Thiago, too slow. Ox, Jones, all 7 have to move on. We need faster midfielders like Elliott. Elliott was decent yesterday, to be fair. I pity Elliott now, coming into a midfield like that, having to do all that work. And a young lad like that, it's probably good for his learning curve, but needs a bit more help in midfield, doesn't he? He really, really does. I mean, look, Fabinho, Hendo, Thiago, a lot older, a lot of experience, but get injured too easy. Don't control the game as they should. Curtis Jones hasn't quite done it. I think his time could be, he could be gone next summer. I just don't think he's got that X factor that Liverpool need. Fabinho's been a big letdown for me in midfield. I mean, he was one of the best players Liverpool have ever had. He just hasn't been at the form that you would want. Him and Van Dijk, that's the spine. Fabinho, look, Salah hasn't been top level, but at least Salah will get you a goal. We need Steven Gerrard as the manager. No, that won't happen. No, caffeine addict, no time, no chance. Not at this time anyway. Just after being sacked from Villa. What would you want Stevie G for? He needs to wipe that smug smile off his face. Who does? Who does? Klopp? Who are you talking about? Like, guys, Fabinho and Van Dijk just have not turned up all year, says Jose. Maybe their eyes are on the World Cup at Brazil and Holland. I don't know. Look, it's crazy. It's been a crazy, 3 months? 3-4 months? Crazy. Klopp. This Klopp out guy, I don't know if he's a Liverpool fan or, what. Klopp out. He laughs after we lose. Look, Jesus Christ. You're putting all the negatives on what Klopp has done in this season into a microcosm of 3-4 months to what he's done in 3-4 years. Even if we have a bad season this year and we can rebuild and go again next season, we're still behind Klopp. You know what I mean? We'll still be behind Klopp, whether FSG are there or not. Still be behind Klopp. He's there till 2026. You know, we've another, 3.5 seasons of Klopp? I'm hoping he's there for at least 3.5, maybe more. Get behind the team, guys. Get behind the manager. That's what they need right now. When you're down at your lowest, you support the team through thick and thin, good and bad, lose or win. That's what you do. That's a real fan. That's a real fan. That's not a TikTok fan, an Instagram fan, just wanting to win, or, Twitter meltdowns with 12-year-olds on their keyboards. Oh, why did we let that go? What's going on? Sack him, get rid of him. I want somebody else in. I want fucking Elon Musk to take over Liverpool. Come on, lads, be real. You can't look back in the past. Gareth Southgate got England to the Euro finals, but he is still shite. Well, that's true, and I don't like his waistcoats either. I'm a Liverpool fan, not a Klopp fan. Jose Allen, 3 cup finals, 2 leagues, Manx and Everton want Klopp out. Never going to happen, says Jose. Well, it won't happen. It'll only happen on his terms. Let's be real. We're not going to qualify for the Champions League next season, though. Well, at this moment in time, it's going to be tough. Right now, the day before Halloween, it is a scary, scary thought. Even more scarier than Halloween being tomorrow. But I wouldn't throw in the towel just yet. To be honest, to be fair, his waistcoats is class, his aunt. Oh no, I don't like his waistcoats. Oh my God, they are a waste of coat, basically. Did you get that one? I made that one up there. That was quite good. I need to get out of this nightmare, says Doug. Get me out of this nightmare. Get out of this nightmare into Halloween tomorrow. Just think about Halloween. Watch a scary movie. Actually, watch the highlights last night. That was a scary movie. That'd be the number 1 scary movie watch over the weekend. Liverpool against Leeds. In Klopp, I trust. Up the fucking red, says Tom Connolly. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sure Klopp's as spellbound and not as happy and as worried and angry as we all are. Simple. Of course he is. He wants to win. He's a winner. He wants to win. He wants the team to win. He wants to be winning. He doesn't want to be doing post-match interviews where what happened there? Why did you do that? How did you lose that game? You're losing to the bottom of the league, second from the bottom. What's going on? That type of thing. Of course he does. Jose Allen. Jose, my arse. It's Joseph Patrick Hanlon. Bray, Liverpool City Centre. What? Jose Allen. I like the name though. I mean, it really does sound like, like Bobby Firmino's cousin or something. Jose Allen. Let's get those likes up to 30, guys. Let's go. From Bray. Katie Taylor's hometown, the boxer Katie Taylor. Bray. Bray's not too far away from me. 1855. Year you were born. Jesus Christ, you're old. Let's get those likes up to 30 and we'll call it a day. As I say, might do something later on, maybe Halloween, do a little scary Halloween show tomorrow, because what we have seen so far has been scary. Scary thought for Liverpool fans. Absolutely. Shark Hanlon, trainer Bray. Yeah, look, it is scary. I'm not going to stay on much longer, guys, just to say, wow, what do we do? I'm going to have to head off, mate. Stay safe, and fair play, drop it in, my friend. We'll do something for the Liverpool-Leicester game at Christmas time. Absolutely. We'll do something for that, my friend. It's a while to go till then, but you know what I mean. When we play Leicester at Anfield, we'll definitely do something. Probably do it with Lee Chappie as well. But guys, I mean, what do we do? What do we say? Hope you enjoy your weekend. As I say, I might go live tonight for a little bit of a chat and a little bit of a breakdown of yesterday's debacle Halloween show with Keith arriving later, maybe tonight or tomorrow. We've 2 league games left. Spurs away next weekend, Southampton at Anfield. We need 6 points in the last 2. We cannot have anything more than 6 points in those 2 league games. Mark Forrest doing the job. I'll have to make a few more mods on this channel. Anybody wants to be a mod, let me know. Give me a thumbs up and I'll turn you blue so you can put out those lunatics. Panoff Scouts, Klopp stays, FSG stays. We just need a couple of players to strengthen our squad. We will bounce back, says Panoff. You're absolutely right. Doug, yeah, definitely going to get you as a mod, my friend. There you go, Doug. You are now a mod. You are now a mod. Doug from Dugout Football Channel. Check him out. Top class YouTube Reg channel. And he does loads more. Not Doug, says Bark. Anybody else want to be a moderator? It's always good to have mods on, because if you're live and you get lunatics in, you can block them or get rid of them, type of thing. You know, that type of way. Anybody else wants to be, let me know. But yeah, look, it's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. One more like for 30, guys. Hit that like, hit the share, hit the sub. Getting close to, what am I, 5,000, almost 5,700 subs. So 6K before Christmas would be nice, but look, it's all about Liverpool. It's all about getting back on the winning run, the winning, Tom wants to be one. Yes, Tom, absolutely. You can be a moderator too. There you go, Tom. You are now welcome to the moderator club. But I don't want to have too many moderators, but it's good to have a few, you know what I mean? But guys, as I say, wow, wow, wow. What can Liverpool do next? What has gone wrong with our beloved club? Can it be turned around by Jurgen, Norbert, Klopp and FSG with a bit of investment in January at least? You know what I mean? I think it can. Let's go. No problem, Tom. I think it can be. But there's going to be a lot of work, a lot of hard work. We're going to need everybody on our side. We're going to need the club, the fans, everybody backing. Nothing going to change if Trent, Milner and Jones are on the field, says Caffeine Addict. Well, they'll be on the field certainly this season. That's no doubt about it. I think it's more than what we know, says Mark. Maybe something going on in the background, Mark. Maybe something going on in the background. That is possible. But I don't know for sure, so I can't say. Can you say? I don't know for sure. But everybody seems to think there's something going on in the background of Liverpool or a Kirby training ground or whatever. But for sure, I can't tell you because I don't bloody know. All I can tell you is the players aren't doing it on the pitch. They're not putting it in. They're not putting the running in. We're being outrun, out-thought, out-fought. Those three things. Even if you're losing one of them, those three things I just said, it's hard to win a game. It's hard to get a draw. But to be not to be good on those three things in every game is not good. 31 likes, baby. That's not bad. That's not bad, is it? 31 likes in the house. It's been good crack. What am I on? 76 minutes. Holy shit. Can't believe I'm on 76 minutes talking on my own here. Talking into a screen. I could talk for Ireland. RP, Curtis is like an Curtis is like an inside stabber. Ruins our attack. Look, Curtis Jones, a young lad, Scouse. I expected big things from Curtis Jones, but he has not quite done it. The injuries, of course, haven't helped. That injury recently hasn't helped when he was just starting to fire. But I don't know if he's enough for our midfield. Is he a good squad player to have around? Yes, absolutely. Is he a starter? I don't think so. When everyone's fit, I don't think he starts. You know what I mean? He's only coming in because we've bloody injuries. Klopp has lost weight. Do you think it's natural stress or maybe an illness? Yeah, he looks a bit gaunt in his face, doesn't he? He does look a bit in his face recently. I'm a bit worried about Klopp. He just, bit worries over his mind. That's why I'm thinking something else going on in the background. That's why I'm thinking it's not just all that's happening at Liverpool. Maybe it's family issues. I don't know. Curtis is not heavy enough, says Jose. He ain't heavy. He's your brother. Edmund Zulu Hazub, is Arthur on our injury? Is Arthur on injury, the new signing? Arthur Mello is injured. Arthur Mello Dramatic is injured and will not probably kick a ball again for Liverpool. We brought him in the last day of the transfer window for Mickey Mouse Peanuts. He kicked the ball once or twice. He came on, didn't he? It was a Champions League game. He came on maybe last 10 minutes. There was things about he wasn't looking good in training. I think that was rubbish. That. Wasn't fit, came into the club, and all of a sudden, he's gone. Out injured and probably go back to Juve in January. I mean, there you go. That sums it up, doesn't it? Sign him in to cover for midfield, and all of a sudden, he doesn't even kick the bloody ball. Crazy. Hit the like, hit the share. Barry Sweeney can't even get a club doctor. Shows how bad things are. My God, says Barry. The club doctor one's a weird one as well, isn't it? That is Luna barking, Doug. I'm minding my brother's dog as well. Lola and Luna. And both of them are driving me absolutely mad. There's bangers going off and a few fireworks going off for Halloween tomorrow. You can hear them miles away going off. And dogs don't like bangers. Dogs don't like fireworks going bang, Did everybody, the hour went back? Did anybody get caught out with the hour back last night? Mello replaced hologram January Shining. Oh my God. Mello, I think, is the lock keeper to the dungeon of Ben Davies. I think the dungeon master is Mello. You know what I mean? The little dungeon master in that cartoon in the 80s. Oh my God. Dungeons and Dragons. Mello is the dungeon master with the keys and he's getting Ben Davies out of the dungeon. I mean, that's what we signed him for. The key holder. My God. We played the same, just never turned up 2 years ago. Same this year. Well, a few years ago was when we were playing midfield as a centre half. That just didn't work, did it? Was Luna named after Luna Lovegood and Harry Potter? Abigail. I'll ask my daughter, Abigail. Abigail, what was Luna named after? She just liked the name Luna. I think Luna Star's her full name. But Luna Star's her full name. I don't think so. No. It's a fairly popular name, Luna. Maybe she's a lunatic. I don't know. Panoff Scouts. I thought Jones did quite well, to be fair. He only gets a game now and then. He needs more games and also to play with more freedom. Look, I'm not slating Jones. He's a young lad. But you know what I mean? You know, he's a young lad. How old are you, Dave, if you don't mind? I am 50 next April. The big 5-0 next April, baby. And I'm going to Liverpool, hopefully, that weekend. Next April, 50. I only feel about 21. I'm like Benjamin Button and Millie Vanilli here. Should get my mates in to take over. Just move up a tier. This is Mark Forrest. Luna is the moon, says Panoff. A lunatic. Lunar tick. Yes, Luna is the moon. Yeah. The full moon. But yeah. The big 5-0 next year, baby. So I'm hoping Liverpool, I can be celebrating something next April. Never mind me 50th. But Liverpool can be in contention for something by next April. That would be good. I'd love to go over to Liverpool for that weekend, though. Who do we play in April? I think is it. I'm not sure. We'll check the fixtures, but it's hard to get tickets. It's so hard to get tickets. I know a lot of people in Liverpool. Probably know more people in Liverpool than they do in Dublin. But it's still so hard to get tickets. I just hope Man United lose today. Who are United playing today? Is it Southampton? Who are United playing today? I forget. I don't really look at who United are playing, to be fair. We will celebrate staying up, says Sir Oswald Fortitude. Whoa, Sir Oswald, wow. Oh, West Ham. United are playing West Ham sandwich, home or away. I think United away. If they're away, it'd be a tough one. But United are building as well. United are building. They'll be in it for a shout for top four. You know what I mean? With all the players they've bought, all the investment. Yellow and green flags were out. Yellow and green flags were out, given out. And all of a sudden he spent, 200 million? You know, Anthony doing his little turns and twirls, little moonwalking. Or is that Fabinho going forward to go backwards? West Ham home. Wow. At Old Trafford, I expect United to beat West Ham at Old Trafford, but you never know with United either. What's going to happen to you? Will they turn up? West Ham are, so I'd expect United to beat West Ham. To be fair. But it does soften the blow if United don't win, doesn't it? As a Liverpool fan, it softens the blow. If they can even draw there, you know what I mean? Lose would be great, but draw. And I mean, we shouldn't be worried what United or Everton or anybody else do. We should just worry about what Liverpool do. But we're getting to that level now. We're hoping Everton drew. Was it 0-0 against Fulham yesterday? That Everton don't win. I mean, we're coming into Everton banter zone. We're coming into an Everton banter zone now, guys, which is not good. I mean, we were up here, elite, top level, top two, City, Liverpool, bang, bang, bang. We thought the same at the start of the season. We really did. After the Charity Shield, we were ready to rock and roll. Let's go. And all of a sudden, we're coming down to Everton United banter. How can Arsenal spend 200 million back-to-back with no Champions League for 5 years, but LFC can't, says RP. Put your questions and answers in the comments, guys. It's called investment. It's called investment, my friend. Simple as. It's investment. And that's why a lot of people want the FSG out, isn't it? True investment. Nice little project they're doing at Arsenal now. They're not quite the finished article, of course, with Arteta. A lot of people wanted Arteta out. They went through a rough patch. And all of a sudden they're, in dreamland, loving it. So, no one could see this crash, says Mark. This is like the 2008 fucking financial crash. Apparently no one could see it. I could sort of see, look, in hindsight, everybody could see it, can't they? Oh, I knew players getting older, expect them after a 63-match season, to be tired. The pre-season was sketchy. I don't know about you. We shouldn't have went to Singapore. Shouldn't have went on these big, long, Asian tours after a 63-match season, a big turnaround. Should have bleeding relaxed, stayed at home. A few friendlies at home, travelling. I know it's all money. It's all wonga, baby. That's why they go to Asia. That's why they go to the States. That's why they go to Australia. The fan base is there. They want to see the players. They want to see their idols. It's all about money, baby. But I think this season he certainly should have. I know Klopp doesn't like them either, maybe for that reason. Seamus Moore and Arsenal finishing in the top four is another injection of investment for them. Huge. That's what I'm saying. I mean, they were unlucky to do it last year. They should have finished top four last season. They absolutely bottled it last season. Panoff Scouts. I know half of my mates are blue noses. I'm trying to avoid them at the moment, says Panoff. Trying to avoid fucking everybody at the moment. I mean, everybody at the moment. We're becoming a slag and banter club at this stage. Oh my God. Our midfield is shite. Milner, Henderson, Fab, Ox, Keita, Jones, and enough said. Enough said. Absolutely. Hit the like, hit the share, guys. Let's go. We're staying another bit. We're staying another bit longer. We might even stay for 100 minutes. 100 minutes. We're 85 minutes in. But as I say, I might do something later on, but I'm nearly all talked out at this stage. You know, I was only meant to come on for half an hour, and here we are, 85 minutes in. Glasgow Red chats, John in the house. I am Klopp out now, unfortunately. Oh my God. Klopp out now. John has gone Klopp out. I think he was FSG out, but now he's gone Klopp out. John, who would you like then in? What do you think? Okay, John. John is another YouTube channel. I want John to answer the question. He wants Klopp out, and I think he wants FSG out, or both. Who does he want in? Who does he want in? Dave Neck and the red wine, go on, son. It's actually Coke. It's Diet Coke, baby. Diet Coke, baby. I might be on the red wine tonight, though, after this. Jesus Christ. Big Sam. Big Sam, says Sir Oswald. I mean, look, we're becoming banter now. I don't even know whether to laugh or cry. I am on the 3 Aussie whites. Jesus, it's early for that, baby. Drum roll, here we go. Glasgow Red chats. John is in the house. He's going to go now. He's going to give an answer to the question. Who does he want? Who does he want as owners? And who does he want as Klopp out? Who does he want as manager of Liverpool Football Club? Wow, you got to back it up with facts, buddy. If you want Klopp out, you can't just say I want Klopp out and you don't know who you want in. Seamus Moore, there isn't another manager out there at Klopp's level. Only other manager is Pep. Absolutely right. Big up John, you cheating bastard. He is a cheating bastard, you're right. Jose is in the house. Jose! You don't mean Mourinho now. You're joking me. You have to be joking me. You're joking, Jose Mourinho now. Come on. Don't be silly. It's silly Sunday. Tom Connolly, it's hard to see the way out of this without a massive money injection from FSG or the short-term cheap skate cowards way out of throwing the boss under the bus. Fuck that shit. FSG out. Oh, everyone's just changing. From let's give FSG a chance to get them out. Heard about people saying they aren't going to support us anymore. Like, come on, guys, I'll support them, good or bad. Simple. Simple as Liverpool always, baby. Whether FSG won't be there forever, Klopp won't be there forever. The players won't be there forever. I've seen teams come and go. I've seen managers come and go. The club, Anfield, won't come and go. Will always be there. Pep has 2 teams, rested 7 that played in the Champions League midweek. There you go. There you go. Pep's got the big boys backing him. The big money boys, the big Saudis, the Qataris backing him. That's it. The Etihad boys in the background with the checkbooks. Dubai FC, says Jose. Red till I'm dead, says Panoff. Absolutely, bro. I am certainly not going to stop following Liverpool now just because we're going through a bad patch. Come on, guys. Get on the bandwagon. Get on the Anfield Express and let's go. I'm Klopp January this time. I am Klopp January. This time is up. His time is up. Whoa. Glasgow Reds is going Klopp out. We have the shortest tackle rate in the Premier League. Unbelievable. Man City equals Dubai FC. Newcastle equals Saudi FC. There you go. Liverpool is USA FC. But, guys, I think we leave it there. We give it 90 minutes, another 1 or 2 minutes. Hit the like, hit the share. I'm on an hour and a half. I think I've done enough for today. Might do a little short one tonight with Keith and Ivan. Either tonight or tomorrow. I'll do something this side of Halloween. It is getting scarier and scarier being a Liverpool fan. And it's not even Halloween yet, guys. But that result yesterday, coupled with the Forest result, have just deflated what we've been talking about over the last few seasons. It really has. Klopp has a big task on his hands. Can he turn it around? Can FSG invest in January? They are the 2 big questions needed answering quickly. Guys, hit the like, hit the share before we go. It's been absolutely brilliant. Dave, are you Klopp in? Absolutely. Absolutely Klopp in. Yes. I don't think anybody else can take over and do a better job. Klopp knows the club inside out. They're his players. Klopp in. Absolutely. Are my players in? More investment in? Yes. I want more investment. I want Klopp to stay. I want more investment. I think Klopp will sort it out. Definitely. Mello was the wrong boy, says Naz Kabir. I am FSG out. Okay, guys, before we go, I want you to put in the comments if you're Klopp in or Klopp out or FSG in or Klopp or FSG out or both. Let's go. Hit the like, hit the share. What about FSG? No, I'm FSG in at the moment. I want a big January. I want a big January from FSG. Cheers, Dave and all you LFC legends on here today. Klopp forever, says Tom. Hannah alone is Klopp in. Hannah, how are you? Hopefully you're well. Klopp in. FSG out, says Sir Oswald. Klopp in. FSG on the fence, says Doug. Klopp in. FSG in, says Panoff. Same as me. Klopp in, FSG in. For now, FSG. FSG need to invest, says Hannah. Yes, Hannah. Seamus Moore, Klopp in. Seamus, what are you saying about FSG? And Glasgow Red chats, John, Klopp out. I presume it's FSG out for you. Support both, but want more funding, says Mark. Yeah, that's it. It's Klopp in for me. It's FSG in, but need funding. Need money. Need to spend. Need to have something. FSG spend the money for fuck's sake. Klopp out, says Klopp out. I thought it was a parrot there, but Klopp out says Klopp out. So we know Klopp out wants Klopp out. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's get up to 35. What do you have? 33 likes. Big investment needed in January. Lots of talent at the World Cup on display, which will cost absolutely millions. Anybody has a good World Cup, the price goes from 10 million to 50 million, and in January 100 million. So that's the problem with Liverpool. Trying to buy players in January. You nearly want to be doing deals with players now before they even kick a ball in the World Cup. Klopp in all day long, says Naz. Absolutely, my friend. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's get a few more people in, and I might even stay on for another 10 minutes. More people are coming in. There's 20 people live. Let's go. Let's go, Reg. Are you Klopp in? Are you FSG in? Are you Klopp out? Are you FSG out? I'm Klopp in, and I'm FSG in. But they need to put their hand in their pocket. We have to do better, otherwise we are just going to slip even further, says Ravi. Sir Oswald Fortitude. The dogs are going mad. Are they Klopp in or are they Klopp out? They're probably Klopp out. Hold on, I want to see what's happening to these dogs. What's up? What are you barking at? Oh, my God, that's what happens when you get dogs barking their bleeding head off. Top four unrealistic. A less good January window. FSG are at the door, says Seamus. Keita is injured again till Christmas. Oh, FSG in, but they have to invest. Arsenal 1-0 up. I think Arsenal are playing well at the moment, aren't they? Luna is FSG out. Pedigree Chum in, says Tom Connolly. Oh my God. Players in, FSG, please. That's a good answer from Panoff Scouts. Just need investment. We're crying out for one or two midfielders in January. We're crying out for the injury list to grow shorter. We're crying out for a bit of confidence. We're crying out for something. We're trying to hold on to something. Getting into the last 16 Champions League was a big boost. I thought he would have brought it into the Leeds game because there was a lot of pressure on, getting out of that group, not falling into the Europa League, going forward, still leaving. I know it's a dream and a possibility of being able to win number 7 Champions League next year. It's still possible because we're in it and we do usually play well in it and we'll have players back by February. But we need points on the board in the league. We need points on the board. Are you Klopp in? Are you FSG in? Are you FSG out or are you Klopp out? That is the question. We really, really need What do you want, guys? I mean, I don't know. I'm FSG in at the moment, but I think it's a big January for them. It's a huge January. If they don't put their hand in their pocket, if they do not put their hand in their pocket in January, they are in big, big trouble. We'll end up like United with instead of the green and gold scarves, we'll have red and white scarves. They'll be going around with the FSG red and white scarves outside Anfield. I think you might get something like that in January. I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but it might. Prime midfielders we need. Caps, bad eyes. I think Arsenal can give City a good run this season. Well, they're 1-0 up, are they? Are they 1-0 up? Look, Arsenal took a while. Everybody wanted Arteta out, saying they were shite last season. They were absolutely crap. They stuck by Arteta, turned it around, gave a few quid in the summertime, and look where they are now. They're up there fighting City. I'm not saying they're going to beat them. I still think Man City will beat them in the long term, the long run, and win the league. But for Arsenal to be up there fighting City in second place, you know, is unbelievable for them. They're playing some lovely football too. Even some decent loan players would be appreciated in Jan. I don't want any more loan players. I want quality players at Liverpool. I want midfielders. I want international Champions League level. That's what we need. We do not want players that are just, you know, Arthur Mellows or Ben Davies type, you know, 3-4 million pound players. We need 30, 40, 50, 60 million pound players coming in to bolster that squad. The midfield's too old. We need players in. Hit the like, guys. Hit the share. Let's get people in. Loads of people in now. We've 50 people live. We're going to stay on for another while. But as I say, are you Klopp in? Are you Klopp out? Are you FSG in? Are you FSG out? What are you, guys? Hit the comments. Tell me what you are. As I say, I'm FSG in for the moment. I'm absolutely FSG in for the moment. They've done some really good things. They've done some stupid things. But they need to invest, especially in the midfield. We need to invest in that midfield because at the moment the midfield is too old. It's been run ragged. There's a lack of intensity. There's a lack of absolutely everything in that midfield. And we need to get the age profile down because it's getting too bloody old. Don't want to be ageist, but it's getting too old. And we need to do something. We really, really do. And I believe Klopp is the manager to do it. I'm not Klopp out. Klopp's been brilliant for the club. I want Klopp to stay at the club. I want Klopp, and I want FSG to back Klopp, basically. If FSG back Klopp, get him what he wants, get him what he needs, I think we'll be okay. There's a lot of damage done though in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Losing the Forest, losing to Leeds has not been good. Get your comments in, guys. Are you FSG in? Are you FSG out? 70 people live. Hit the like, guys. Get that like up. Let's go. FSG doesn't invest in January, then I'll be 100% FSG out, says Seamus Moore. Well, it's a big January then, isn't it? We have Trent Championship. Wow. In January, though, can't see it myself. Maybe one player in. I think we could get Frankie de Jong in January. We have to spend big, but do not care about placing midfield. Just spend big in January, FSG, and next summer. Cannot see it. Frankie de Jong's on 500,000. He's on something like 500,000 a week. Is he going to come to Liverpool struggling at the moment? Maybe get him on loan from January till summer. Pay half his wages, let Barca pay the other half, get him in. That's possible. Do something like that. Possible, but I can't see it. Hit the like, guys. 92 people live. Hit that like. Let's get it up to 50 likes and we'll stay on longer. And we'll have a lovely little chat about FSG in, FSG out, Klopp in, Klopp out, Leeds loss, Forest loss, Liverpool in. A bit of a crisis. It has to be said at the moment at Liverpool. What are your thoughts, guys? Get your comments in. Enjoy and engage in this Liverpool chat. Need a few big names players, says Mark Forrest. We need a few players, Marco. I mean, I just don't know what to do. I mean, I'm stunned as much as you. FSG, get the F out, says RP. Uh-oh. We've over 100 people live here. Over 100 people live. Hit the like, guys. Hit the share. Let's get people in. Let's chat about the Reds. Let's see what we can do to ease this crisis the Reds are in at the moment. Because we are in a bit of a crisis at the moment. FSG have to look at these wage structures, etc. We can go top class players and pay peanuts of wages to Seamus Moore. We don't pay the wages really. I mean, Salah's contract, what is he, 350, 360 a week? Took about 3 years to sort that one out. So we certainly do not pay. We're not going to break his wage structure, you know, to get someone like Frankie de Jong's on probably 500,000 a week. So you can forget about your Mbappe's. That ain't going to happen. It just ain't going to happen. Even the Jude Bellingham one could be a problem. I mean, the Jude Bellingham one, I mean, he's on huge. He'd be wanting Salah money. He'd be wanting something similar to Salah. Then you have Van Dijk and Alisson going, well, I want what Salah wants. Plus you have 120 million fee on top of that. So the Jude Bellingham one, if we're not in the Champions League, you have a choice to choose between Real Madrid or Liverpool. Real Madrid win the Champions League, up there in the champions in their Premier League, or Liverpool, possible Europa League. I know who I'd choose. It's crazy. We've got to finish top four. Caffeine addict. We don't need big names, just decent players to replace Trent, Milner and Henderson. Well, big names, we do need something. I think the bigger the name, the bigger the buzz around it, the more confidence it gives you, doesn't it? Arsenal 1-0 against Forest at the moment. Arsenal 1-0 up against Nottingham Forest. We couldn't do that, could we? But we need the right players that can slot right in. You've got to be able to play the press. You've got to be able to play the way Klopp wants you to play. That's why he always says, Jurgen Klopp, you've got to get the right players for the system. This is the problem. Not any just player will do. Exactly so. We got 18 to 19-year-old players that aren't ready at the top level yet. It's a shame, it's more. Well, I pity the likes of Harvey Elliott and I pity the likes of young Fabio Carvalho. They're going to be brilliant, absolutely. I thought Elliott was decent yesterday, but throwing them into this with all this shit show at Liverpool at the moment is hard for the young lads. It is really, really hard. Jose Allen, we need big class proven. We need big class proven class. We need big class proven class. We need world class. We don't need to replace Trent. We just need to get backup firms, says Hannah alone. Well, we brought in young Ramsey from Aberdeen. Of course, he's been injured. He's only 19. Proper player. Young Scottish Player of the Year, of course, with Aberdeen. Under 21 Scottish International. Looks the part, but it'll take a while to integrate him. Maybe move Trent into midfield. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, guys. Hit the like. Let's get up to 50 likes, guys. 120 people live. Get the likes up. We're on 35 at the moment. Come on. Get those likes up for Jurgen Klopp. Get those likes up for Jurgen Norbert Klopp, baby. Seamus Moore, Elliott and Carvalho are great players, but we'll end up burning them out this season. That's what I'm worried about. I'm sure Klopp, maybe Elliott would have expected a lot of game time, but young Carvalho maybe only didn't expect as much game time as he's got. But I do like the look of Carvalho. I really do. I think we've got a quality player on our hands. Needed this rant today, says Seamus. It's always good to get a good rant out, isn't it? It's always good. But I'd rather ranting. Look, we don't want to be overcritical. We don't want to be, we need to get behind the team. Need to get behind Klopp. You can have your own worries and thoughts and opinions about Klopp and FSG, to be fair. That's what being on live is about. That's what it's about. But get your comments in. Don't sit in the background there, guys. Hit the like button and get in. Get your comments in. Are you FSG in? Are you FSG out? Are you Klopp in? Are you Klopp out? What's gone wrong with Liverpool? Is it the intensity? Is it the injuries? Is it everything above? Is it the new system Klopp's trying to integrate Núñez? Is it just people have found us out and are easier to play against? Or the level of the Premier League has gone up and we've stayed stagnant? What is gone wrong, guys? Or is the conspiracy theory at Anfield that something else is going on in the background at Kirby, at Liverpool? Maybe far out, I don't know. What are your opinions? We've over 120 people in. Let's get them in. Hit the like, guys, before you do it. Bring Ben up. Who? Salah Mane wasn't first choice. He didn't say Bellingham or nobody. Top Reds out. Look, Mane's gone, guys. We keep going back to Mane. Mane wanted to leave. Like this time last year, I think he told Klopp before Christmas. He wanted out. He wanted to pastures green. He wanted to go somewhere else. He wanted to play for somebody else. He did. He went to Bayern Munich. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean, guys? This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. We've got to get behind the team. We've got to get behind Klopp. Get behind the team. You can have your FSG problems. You can give out about FSG. You can do anything you want. Like, I have issues with FSG. I really do have issues with FSG. I'm on the fence with them. I mean, I was FSG in, big time. But the investment is not there at the moment. And they've got to take the checkbook out. Get off your silver yacht. John W. Hendry, Mike Gordon, get off your yacht. Get out of your mansion. Get over to Liverpool, get on the phone to Jurgen Norbert Klopp and rock and roll. Take that checkbook out and spend big in January because we need to spend big in January. We have 155 likes. How the hell did that just happen? Wow. Should be looking at a player like Neves at Wolves, Premier League, proven already, said Seamus Moore. I do like Neves. We do like Wolves players, don't we? We see what happened with Jota, has Gota, Dalota. What a player he is. What an absolute unbelievable miss he is. Jota and Diaz have been really sadly missed. A big, big loss for the Reds is Jota and Diaz. Because imagine having them on the bench for the Leeds games, the Forest games, or even on the pitch. I really do think we would have won both games. I'm not saying all problems disappear overnight with even those two players back, but certainly makes us stronger, makes us more of a threat, makes us be able to win games. Matip too. I think Matip Van Dijk is the best partnership. Gomez, we've seen what he can do. He can make mistakes. We don't want to slay him too much. He's a Liverpool player, but he makes mistakes. There's a mistake in him. He's done it in other games. He did it yesterday. Basically, an assist. Gomez's first assist for the season, except it was for the wrong players, for Leeds. You know what I mean? But, guys, just get your comments in. We're going to stay on for a while. We have a lot of people in here. We have 120 people in. We have 156 likes. We have a lot of people in. I want your opinions. I want you in the chat to tell me what's gone wrong at Liverpool. Do we even know what's gone wrong at Liverpool? Are you Klopp in? Are you Klopp out? Are you FSG in or are you FSG out? I'll tell you my opinion. I'm Klopp in. I think Klopp is the only man that can do the job at Liverpool. We've got to get behind Klopp. We've got to get behind the team, the good times and the bad. We're in the bad right now. Absolutely, 100% Klopp in. FSG is on the fence. It's getting more on the fence as we speak. But they've got to spend big in the next two windows, January and the summer. Two huge windows. But we've got to look at January first, because if we can bring in one or two players to make a difference, it'll give us a push for top four. If we make a bollocks of it in January, we will be in trouble. But we have got a huge, huge window coming up. But before all that, we've two league games left. Spurs away next weekend, and then Southampton the week after that. Champions League game against Napoli. Dead rubber, really, midweek. We're already qualified. We're not going to beat them 4-0, which we need to do. I'd rather rest players, especially the spine. I'd rest the spine against Napoli. Give some players that haven't played much, like the likes of Kanate, Tsimikas, these five players, and then get ready for Spurs. We need 3 points against Spurs. We need 3 points against Spurs, guys. Absolutely need it. And we also need 3 points against Southampton at home at Anfield. We need 6 points. World Cup comes, you rest. You recoup, you do whatever you need to do. Players go away on World Cup duty, come back. This is what we need to do. And then we've 2 games, I think, maybe 3, before the window opens, and we got to go again. And hopefully Diaz, Jota, Matip, these type players are back. Facing the Titanic Hotel. We have low power showing. Look, we have really, defensively, midfield has been the issue. We need 1 or 2, maybe even 3, but we need 2 players at least in the midfield to bolster that midfield. If your midfield isn't working, if that bearing, that fulcrum is not working in midfield, your defence is exposed. Your forward line can't function. And Liverpool, in the last 4 or 5 years, was all about intensity. It was all about tightness. It was all about runners, energy, outrunning teams, not giving them time on the ball. And it all stemmed from the midfield. And it has just been an absolute drop-off of intensity. Drop-off for Liverpool in the midfield. And that's where it stems from for me. You can call it age, you can call it injuries. The players aren't getting any younger. Fab, Hendo, Thiago, they get injured too much. Ox has been injured. Naby Keita, shall we say anymore? He gets injured playing Monopoly. He get injured. Naby Keita would get injured in the injury clinic when he went in just for, a chat. He'd actually get injured walking in. So we got to be careful with Naby Keita, whether or not he's back in training, sort of. Will he kick a ball this side of the World Cup? I don't know. Will we sell him? I don't know. Who'd buy an injury-prone player who's on big wages and would demand a decent fee? I think he's a year left on his contract. But who'd buy him? Who'd buy Ox? He's better at doing TikTok videos. He's better doing that TikTok video with his wife out of the girl band. He's better doing that. He's better sticking to TikTok because he's never available. We all love Ox. We all love Naby. But they're never available. They're never available for selection for Liverpool. That's the problem. Hit the like. Let's get it up to 160 likes. Wow. They're the big questions, guys. Get your comments. We've a lot of people in here. We've over 120 people in. I'd like to hear from the 120 people that are in that haven't put comments in. Are you Klopp in? Are you Klopp out? Are you FSG in? Are you FSG out? Let's get the comments in, guys. Don't sit on the fence. If Naby kicks the ball in training, he will get injured, says Seamus Moore. Oh my God. out till Christmas. We need it. We need a Santa Claus Christmas. We need a big Christmas from FSG, big Christmas present of a blank check in January from John W. Henry. That's what we need, guys. That's what we need. Sir Oswald Fortitude, FSG are demanding lunchtime kickoffs so they don't have to spend money on floodlights, electricity and gas bills. The war in Ukraine, of course, is the FSG bill is just going up. They don't like nighttime games, do the FSG? Panoff Scouts, would you think FSG have someone scanning social media? And they do, oh my God, conspiracy theory city here. And if they do, they will see discontent. A lot of fans maybe. Look, they're a huge club. I mean, even Klopp's two young sons, I think they're in their 20s. They watch apparently a lot of social media, Instagram and stuff like that. I'm sure they're telling Klopp what's going on. I'm sure Klopp does as well, Pep Linders. I know John Ochterberg does, my own mate, Liverpool goalkeeping coach, Allison. He's always on Instagram. I'd be chatting to him. I was even chatting to him last night on Instagram, texting him and stuff like that. He's been on my show back in January. Check that chat I have with John Ochterberg, Allison's coach. So they're on Instagram. They're not naive. They know what's going on. I'm sure FSG are too. They know. The players are. All the young players, the Curtis Joneses, the Hendersons, the Van Dijks, they're sitting there and the coach. They're probably even subs to this channel. Let's be real. They know what's going on. They know what's going on. Jose Allen, thank you very much. Great stuff, Dave. Kada and Ox in for Spurs. Oh, my God. I have bad eyes, guys. That's why I use caps, says Jose. Dawal, I can't pronounce your name. Yuvraj, is it? Yuvraj. I feel like we should treat Napoli as a big game to get confidence back, and it would be a good test for us. Napoli could be the dark horse for the Champions League, and those Liverpool fans who want Klopp out are dumb. So there you go. Klopp out fans are absolute idiots, says my friend. Yes, look, it's all about opinions. That's what I want on this channel. I want opinions. I don't want rudeness. I don't want, stupid things said. It's opinions. If you're FSG out, that's fine. If you're Klopp out, that's fine too. But say it in the right way, be realistic. Who do you want in? What owners do you want in? What manager do you want in? If you want Klopp out, who do you want in? If you want FSG out, who do you want in? Do you want a Saudi-backed human rights problem that Newcastle have or that City have? Do you want oil barons with, blank checks? What the hell do you want? Do you want the Glazers at United who spend money, but a lot of fans want them out? United fans, hard-nosed United fans want them out. Even though they spend billions, they do take money out every year, though. Dividends, 50, 60 million every year. And the debt at Manchester United is ridiculous for the club of that size. They should never be in debt, United. The fan base they have should never be in debt. I think I'm going to have to get myself another Coke here because we're nearly 2 hours live, and I think I'm going to go longer because we've a lot of people in. I want to get your comments. I want to get Liverpool's comments, real Liverpool fans. Hit the like button. Let's get it up to 200 likes now. How hard would that be? We're on 157. I meant deluded, Dave. Oh, sorry, bro. Yeah. 200 likes would be unbelievable. I think my record's 160 likes, so we're almost close there already. Can't replace Klopp, says Mark Forrest. Who would you replace Klopp with? That's the question. Stevie G got sacked from Aston Villa, so it's not going to be Stevie G. So what do you do? Jose Allison, conspiracy theory time. Liverpool FC stay overnight in the Titanic Hotel, facing Bramley Moor, rising like the Phoenix Everton FC. New ground, massive new banks on the Mersey. It did see they're building a new stadium for Everton, aren't they? The rising Phoenix of Everton. Hope not. These owners are business owners, and of course they are making profits from owning clubs. It's Seamus. Look, football's a business now, guys. Football is a business. Let's be real about it. Let's not be naive about it. It's about the bottom line. It's about the bottom dollar. It's capitalism. It's about how much you can make from it. Let's be real, But the sport, there's washing, there's money laundering, there's sports washing, whatever you want to call it too. There's that involved. There's a bigger thing involved around football and sport. Look at the World Cup in Qatar. I mean, how unreal is that? How right is that? How right is the World Cup in November? I was a kid growing up in the 70s and 80s. The World Cup for me is the summer, in June, July. You're kicking the ball around after the matches at 7, 8 and 9 at night. It'd be pitch dark over here in Dublin. It'd be pitch dark because it's in November. It'd be cold, it'd be icy, it'd be snowing. At a World Cup, wow. Money talks, baby. Money talks. Apparently Saka has come off limping for Arsenal. Big Bo Nelson is coming out. He's still winning 1-0 Arsenal against Forest. But it is, yeah. The World Cup, though, what's your thoughts on the World Cup in November, guys? It's crazy, isn't it? World Cup in November. Crazy. But guys, come on. There's 123 people in. Surely you've got opinions. 120 people, 3 people in here. And you have to be giving me your opinions on FSG. You have to be giving me your opinions on Klopp. In, out, shake it all about. What do you want? In the 60s, Liverpool City, Everton were the biggest club in Britain. Littlewood's Pools owner, John Moores. Well, he was Liverpool's, wasn't he Liverpool's chairman, John Moores? Yes, it's still 1-0 to Arsenal. Just got to win the game. Doesn't matter if it's 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. Just win the game. That's what Liverpool should be doing. Scoreline doesn't matter. It's about the 3 points. Points mean prizes, guys. Simeone ball in, says LFC. There's a shout for you. He wants Diogo Simeone. I don't know. I don't like his tactics. Bit dirty. Of course, we've seen what he did with Atletico Madrid. Little bit dirty, Simeone. I want Klopp. 157 likes. Oh my God. Let's get it to 200. Let's get it to 1 million. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's go. 126 people in live. Come on, guys. Hit that like button. Let's go. Yes, his son Moores Jr. was a red. His son Moores Jr. His son was a big, Moores Jr. was a red. He was the chairman of Liverpool, of course. But Son, there's another one just that reminded me there. Son Min Hung of Spurs. Would you like him in Liverpool? I love Son. We all like Kane. Kane is score goals. I'm sure he would. But I like Son. He'd suit Liverpool down to the ground. Bit of a thing coming out at Spurs. He's not happy and stuff like that. Son. Imagine Son up front with Salah. But it's not. Look. It's not midfield. It's not forward line we need to address. It's the midfield, of course. But I'm talking about next summer. But the midfield is what we want. Who do you want in the middle? Other than Jude Bellingham, who I don't know if he's going to come to us. I think it's a bit of pie in the sky, guys. I think it's a bit of pie in the sky. But we all like Jude Bellingham, see what he does. No guarantee he's going to do it at Liverpool, though, or in the Premier League. The German League's a different league. The German League is a different league. So there's no guarantee that he's going to do it for Liverpool. But he is good. I've seen him playing for England. I've seen him do it for Dortmund. I'd be fairly confident he could become a world-class player at Liverpool. But will Liverpool pay the money? Will they pay the right wages? Declan Rice is another one, of course, which would be probably similar transfer fee. Let's be real, but probably not the wages, but similar from West Ham. He played for Ireland under 21s, believe it or not, but now he's playing for England. Declan Rice at West Ham deserves a move somewhere. Yeah, I'm sort of fried on Rice. Fried rice? I'm a bit, rice. I was going to say boiled rice, but I'm a bit, on Rice. I don't know about Rice. That, I just think we need a bit more. I think Jude Bellingham gives you that bit more, that 10-15% more than Rice. But the question is, will we pay the transfer fee for Bellingham? Will we pay the wages similar to Salah's for Bellingham? Whereas Rice would probably be slightly down. Still pay 100 million for him. I mean, you're not getting an England international. When he goes to the World Cup, has a good World Cup, he'd probably worth 200 million. Rice will cost 100 million. That'll be the most expensive boiled rice you've ever bought in your life. You would get fried buying that rice. Feel Jude is overrated, says Mark. Wow. Would you like... Okay, guys, here's another comment we'll put in. Who in the 125 people in want Declan Rice in, or who want Jude? If you had a choice, FSG of John W. Henry on the phone here. Hello, John, yeah. Who do you want? Who are you going to buy? All right, Dave, you've got a choice. You can either pick Jude Bellingham or you can pick Declan Rice. Who do you want? Okay, I'll ask the guys in comments. So who do you want? Jude Bellingham or Declan Rice? I think we'd probably have a better chance of getting Declan Rice from West Ham than we would getting Jude from Dortmund. I still think he could go to Madrid. I still think. I know United are interested in Rice, but either or. I want Bellingham just because he gives you that extra. But maybe Bellingham and Rice. Now that would be a nice rejuvenation, vigoration in the midfield, wouldn't it? They'd be 2 players you'd want. That's the type of level we need in midfield, a Rice and a Bellingham. But I can't see it happen. If you could have either one, it would be Jude, says Panoff. Yeah, of course, you're gonna pick Jude over Rice. I mean, absolutely. For future Bellingham right now, Declan Rice will be the same price. There you go, same price, different wages probably. I like Rice, but need tikka masala too. I do like boiled rice. Fried rice is probably my favourite. Is Declan fried? Is he boiled or fried? I don't know. But look, as I said, I'd go for Jude. Hey Jude. Imagine him singing that from the Cop. Imagine singing Hey Jude from the Cop. Now that would. They do sing it at Dortmund. They do sing it at Dortmund. Rice over Jude, says Mark. Wow, there's a big shout. Mark Forrest is going for Declan Rice over Jude Bellingham. Wow, wow, wow. I take either, but I want Jude. I mean, there's been a lot of talk and rumblings about Jude Bellingham. Maybe it's a sort of a gentleman's deal done. I don't know. But we need one of these players in January. I don't think we can wait till next summer. It'd be too late. It'd be too late. We'd be fucking Europa League level. Jude's a good player, well overpriced, as Mark. Well, I mean, Declan Rice is surely overpriced too. Once you play for England, you're overpriced. You're overpriced by at least double. Look at Grealish. Look at Grealish at City. He's not a £100 million player. I don't care what anybody says. He's 50, 60 at most. But the fact that he plays for England, he's 100 million. That's the problem. We have 130 people in. Let's get those likes up to 200, guys. Let's go. 158 likes. Hit that like button. Let's talk about FSG in and out. Let's talk about Klopp in and out. And let's shake it all about. But I would go for Rice if Bellingham chooses another team over us, which is likely, but I would choose Bellingham. Luna, my dog, has just chose Jude Bellingham. I asked her which one he wanted to bark, and she barked out real loud. She wants Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham. Right. So if the dog says Jude Bellingham, we get Jude Bellingham. Rice is already Premier League proven, whereas Jude would need to prove himself in the Premier League. For example, look at Sancho, not great at United so far. True, but Jude is Champions League level. Jude is international level as well. Declan Rice played well for England. I know what you're saying. Premier League is a different kettle of fish. It's a lot different than the Bundesliga. Of course, in Germany, it's just a different league, different football altogether. But I still think either or both. Both would be nice, wouldn't it? 2 hours live, guys. 2 hours live. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the sub. Dave's LFC Chats on Twitter, Instagram and YouTube for all your LFC news, chat, fun, interviews and a lot more. But today's chat is what has gone wrong at Liverpool? What has gone wrong? There's 132 people in, but surely a few of you have an FSG in, FSG out, Klopp in, Klopp out. Who do you want in January? Are you going to give out and spout out about FSG or Klopp? Trent, £100 million player, says Mark Forrest. I don't know about that. I think his price might have gone down over the last few months. But I mean, look, we all love Trent. We all love every single player. It's when you have a bad game, everybody rants about them. Even Gomez with that mistake last night. Doesn't mean I don't like him. He's a young player. He needs to learn. Problem is, a big club like Liverpool, we need to be winning games. And when we don't win games, especially at home, against someone like Leeds or Forest last week away, you know, the microscope is out and every single ball, every corner, free kick, throw in is analysed down to the lowest level. And rightly so. A lot of people pay big money to go see Liverpool. It's huge money on match day, before and after a game. You could easily spend £150, £200 easily just to go and watch them on match day for a few points before and after, something to eat, the match day ticket or program or whatever you want to get. And if you go into the superstore next door, you can double. So, you know, they deserve to say what they want. Sonia Ruse, we need new owners. Simple, says Sonia. Sonia is FSG out, baby. If Bellingham costs 150 million and if he has a good World Cup, his price will increase. So then only would I go for Declan Rice, since he could cost around 100 to 50 million. Or 100 to 110 million, you're saying, with 50 million saved. Yeah, but you got to get the player. It's not you spend 100 million on a player that doesn't work out. If you spend 150 million on the player that works out, that's great, isn't it? You know, so Jude Bellingham, is he a better player than Declan Rice? Simple answer, I would think, is yes. But as you say, will it work in the Premier League? We know Declan Rice will work in the Premier League because, you know, we don't care what he does for England. We only care what he does for Liverpool. Would Declan Rice be good in the Champions League? He hasn't played there. He's played a bit of Europa stuff and conference stuff for West Ham. But so, you know, there's ifs, buts, maybes. I don't know. Maybe we'll get neither of them. Maybe the wages, the deals, will be too much money involved. Probably won't get either of them. There's a good chance we won't get either of them. But I'd like one of them. I'd like one of them. We need that type of quality in midfield. We're crying out for a Declan Rice. We're crying out for a Jude Bellingham in Liverpool's midfield, guys. But as I say, I want answers off you 130 people. Are you FSG in? We'll run a straw poll. Thumbs up for FSG in. Thumbs down for FSG out in the comments. I'll see if I can count them, but I don't know. I'll just get a rough. Thumbs up for FSG in. Have FSG done enough? Are you still on the fence, or are you FSG in, or are you, I want FSG out here? They haven't done enough. Super Leagues, furloughs, haven't spent, lost windows, that type of thing. Let's get the thumbs up and down in these comments, guys. But Sonia is definitely out, out, out. Sonia Roos is FSG out, big time. As a double out, out, out. Bellingham is ranked top 10 in the world of pass interceptions, says Tom Conley. That's what we need at the minute. I like Decky Rice, but we need Bellingham more at this moment. Yes, I like Bellingham. We all like Jude Bellingham, of course. And listening to the Beatles, Hey Jude, from the Cop would be a sight to behold. Jude, easily 230 million with inflated price. Oh, Jesus, you've just written him out. He's gone there. They're not going to pay 230 million for him. RP is thumbs down. Out, out, out for FSG, says RP. Out, 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 FSG. So Sonia and RP are definitely FSG out. I know Mark is FSG in and Klopp in. So am I. So am I. At the moment, definitely Klopp in. Anyway, no matter what happens. I mean, Klopp has been an absolute legend for the club. He's worked wonders. He's made my life, your life, a dream for the last 4 or 5 years in particular. So there's no doubt about it. But FSG do need to spend more. Absolutely. I'm not saying they don't. They do. They need to put their bloody hand in their pocket. Get off that yacht. Get off that big yacht over in wherever they are, in Boston. Boston and yacht, you know what I mean? Get off the yacht, get the checkbook out and sign quality midfielders. Not Arthur Mellows, not, Ben Davies, the centre-backs, or Kabak, fill-in, stop-gaps. Proper Declan Rice's, proper Bellingham's. Barry Sweeney, if they don't back Klopp in the next 2 windows, then definitely out, says Barry. Okay, so you were given January. You make your mind up in August next year when the 2 windows shut. And what have you done for me lately? As Janet Jackson would once say, what have FSG done for me lately? Ooh, yeah. Well, a lot of people say nothing, but I think they've still been good for the club. Look at the ground. New Annie Road Stadium, 7,000. Extra seats next year. More money for FSG. More money, because it's so hard to get a ticket. Every home game be a sellout. Look where we are brand-wise with Nike and all the Expedia and all the big AXA training ground and New Kirby training facilities way up there, Liverpool. But we need to see quality on the pitch. That's where you make the big money. If you quality on the pitch, you're winning games, you play more games, you're getting the cup finals, you're going far in the Champions League. That's where the money is. That's where the TV rights are. And FSG know this. FSG know this. That if the team slips anymore, doesn't get Champions League next year, their investment drops. So they're not stupid. They're business people. They know. FSG need to invest and should do, says Mark Forrest. Come on, guys. Let's get that up to 160 likes or 170 likes. We're going to be on 158 likes. We've been stuck there for about 10 minutes. Let's go. Hit the like, guys. Hit the likes for Klopp in. Hit the like for Klopp in. What else have we got here, guys? We'll stay on for another while. Panoff Scouse. If you had to sell 2 players to pay for Jude and Barella of our midfield to improve, who would you sell? Trent and Salah. I'm not selling Salah. Salah's going nowhere. He just signed a new long-term deal. Salah scores goals, guys. He's guaranteed goals. Salah's guaranteed goal. Midfield is our problems. Midfield gives the forward line more confidence, gives them more chances, gives them more freedom. Midfield protects our back four, protects Alisson. Midfield is the bearing in a clutch. Midfield is the oil in the machine, and our midfield is not functioning at the moment. That's the problem. We need owners with an open checkbook with at least 200 million on the bench. No team fears our bench. FSG are dragging us down. Klopp in, says Sonia. Yep, absolutely. Klopp in. There's no doubt about it. Mark Ferris says Gomez and Keita. Who? To leave, you mean? Gomez and Keita to leave? Wow. We need the best midfielders in the world. Sell Milner, Keita, Jones, Fab and Ox. But they're all injury prone. Who's going to buy them on big wages? They're on big wages. They're on big wages, those guys. Who's going to buy them? Naby Keita. He's on, what is he on? 100 million? 100,000 a week? 120,000 a week? He never plays. He plays more Monopoly than football. Plays more PS, PlayStation, or whatever you want to call it. Nintendo, whatever he plays, more than football. Because he's never fit. He's never available. When he's fit and available, wow. Nobby Nobby lad. Of course, he's brilliant, but he's never there. Ox is the same. Ox is more interested. Let's be real. Ox is more interested in TikTok videos. RP, big ground making means they will take a load while they stay safe. True colours are shown in team investments, says RP. Monir a mask. Nunes out. I didn't even say that, but he wants Darwin Nunes out. He's only kicked it. Well, he should have scored last night, but come on, guys. Nunes out. I think he's going to be a superstar for us. I really do. He's coming into a club at the moment that's going through a transition, having problems. He'll score goals for us. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind Darwin Nunes will be a hit. We just got to get the midfield functioning. 3 of them are out of contract at the end of the season anyway, aren't they? Yes, I think Naby, Ox are out, yeah. I heard a lot of talk about giving Naby a contract extension. Why? Why? Maybe send them back to Germany and do it in the Jude Bellingham deal if he can get fit. Say, listen, you can have Naby plus, I don't know, 70, 80 million and we'll take Jude off you. That'd be a nice deal, wouldn't it? Something like that. But we shall see. Hit the like, guys. We're stuck on 158 likes for the last 20 minutes. Come on, bring it up. Let's get those like buttons up. Big like for Klopp. Big like for Liverpool FC. Let's go. Hit that like button. Your appreciation for the Reds. Because they need fan appreciation. They need fans to back them at the moment because we're quite low and we need fans to get behind us. Better to sell within a contract. Of course it is, Mark. I mean, if he's out of contract, we can't get out for him. He's gone. He's on a free. You've lost your asset. Bang. Deal done. Jones needs a pan of scouts down him. We need faster, younger, ready-made meals. Midfielders, ready-made meals. Yeah, we do. Look, Jones an enigma for me. He has been injured, which hasn't helped. He was just breaking in. He got that bloody injury, a few niggles. He gives us something different in midfield, but the level we want to be at, the level we want to reach, I think Jones is only a squad player. He's someone to have on the bench, especially with the 5 sub-brill. He's good to have on the bench because he gives you that energy in the midfield. But even his energy isn't there. His energy, a bit of a headless chicken type display in the last few games from Jones, especially against Forest last week. I don't know why, the ball just wasn't sticking to him. He was trying things too hard rather than just doing simple things, which would have been a lot easier for him just to play simple ball instead of trying to do flicks. And I don't know what he was trying to do. And don't even think he knew what he was trying to do. That type of way. I think that was the problem with Curtis Jones. But Nunes is missing Diaz. Yeah, look, I'm missing Diaz. I am absolutely. I mean, he started the season on fire. The Colombian king then got that bloody injury. But Jota got injured within a week as well. I mean, Jota and Diaz, that's a double blow. That's a huge double blow. Any team would miss Jota, has gotta, Dalota, Diogo Jota, Portuguese. He's going to miss the World Cup as well, which is really sad for Jota. No Diaz, no party, says Luis Diaz. Is it the real Luis Diaz? Hit the like if you're the real Luis Diaz. Let's go. Let's get it to 160 likes, guys. We're on 159. We'll stay on as long as we have people in, I suppose, which could be till tomorrow. Guys, look, as I said earlier, FSG in, FSG out, Klopp in, Klopp out. How do you fix it? And if you want Klopp out, who comes in? I'm Klopp, just to let you know, guys, I'm Klopp in, 100% Klopp in. And at the moment, FSG in. But they've got to open the checkbook. They've got to spend money on that midfield in January. They've got to do it. I can see the tables turning on them if they don't do it. If they bring in another type of an Artemelo type, trying to pull wool over people's eyes. This guy, he's decent. He played with 4 times for Milan or something like this. You need a bit of quality. You need a Declan Fried rice or a Jude Bellingham boiled rice. You need these type players. You need these players to whet the appetite, basically, not to rice the players. You know what I mean? So this is what we need. We need investment. We do. It's crying out for investment and has been for the last 2 years. I mean, Klopp, when you look at the team we were last year, 2 games away from a quadruple, ridiculous. I would have retired if we won the quadruple because it wouldn't have got any better than that. Imagine winning everything. That's it. Done deal. Bye-bye. It's over. But unlucky here or there, a draw here or there, Courtois, man of the match performance here or there, the God shining on us, stuff like that. Yes, unlucky, unbelievable. What a season, what a ride. We'll always remember it. We'll always remember it. But we still lacked something, didn't we? Klopp in for the win. says, up the fucking Reds. Tom Connolly, baby. You're absolutely right. All behind the Reds. 100% behind the Reds. Let's get behind them. They need us now, guys. They need every single one of these 120 fans that are in now. I presume they're all Liverpool. They mightn't be. But Liverpool need you. The club need you. They need you. They need you to get behind them. And if you're going to the games at Anfield or going to the away games, get behind the team. That's what makes them, that just gets the confidence up. That's what it's all about. We need a more aggressive midfield. We need 7 new players with fresh legs. We need new owners, says Sonia, who is Klopp in, but FSG out. Mark Forrest, at the moment, can't see any other ideas but to back them. Well, you have no choice to back them. I mean, either you forget about them, don't follow them. I've followed them since the mid-80s. Not turning me back on them now. Will never turn me back on them. I've seen bad times, guys. I have seen bad times. I mean, we mentioned Roy Hodgson earlier. We mentioned Hicks and Gillette. They were bad times. And they were not that long ago. I'm just thinking the new lads coming into it, you young girls and boys that follow Liverpool now, you know, the teenagers or early 20s that didn't really see the bad times. You know, guys, come on. Let's get it out there. There was bad times at Liverpool. Really, really bad times at Liverpool. And this is not one of them. I still think Klopp can turn it around. But he needs, the trick is, injuries. Need to get players back. Need to get them playing for the shirt. Need to get that intensity back. And we need new blood. New blood in midfield in January. It's not going to be easy. Everybody wants new blood. Everybody wants midfielders. And if you're looking at a Declan Rice or a Jude Bellingham, it certainly won't be easy in January. You know, after the World Cup, both of them have great World Cups. Could go up to 200 million each. You know, if you're doing deals for players, you nearly want to be signing them in 2 weeks and then on a pre-contract or saying, right, we'll get you in January. We're going to sign a little gentleman's agreement because once the World Cup comes around, you might find the gem at the World Cup. You never know. That might happen too. That can happen. Panoff Scouse. FSG need to do what the Glazers did in summer and spend big in January to silence the doubters, says Panoff. Yeah, well, there is a lot of doubters out there. I'm sure the 130 people that are in live now and a few hundred that have been in the last 2 hours, there is doubters amongst you, my friends. And that's okay. That's an opinion. Even if you want Klopp out or you want FSG out, it's all about opinions. It's all about opinions. That's what make the world go round. Dave, do you remember the time before Redman TV, Anfield Agenda, when we used to talk with the son and dad in Canada? I absolutely do. That was Sean and his dad. If Liverpool Football Talk. Of course, there used to be late nights. We used to do 80 shows and singing about fucking 80 songs and having a beer. They were great nights, of course. Sean's still going. I think it's Liverpool Football Talk 2, it's called now, I think. I think it's the second channel. Sean with his dad. You absolutely do. They were great times. No chance we sign anyone in January, says Luis Diaz. Luis, do you know something we don't know? Is that the real Luis Diaz? Laugh out loud, please, says Mark. Well, Mark remembers it as well. About 200 of us. 200. There was, yeah, it was good crack. It was good crack. I'll have to get back in touch with Sean. I haven't talked to him in about a year. More, maybe. Since the pandemic hit, probably. Haven't talked to Sean in a while. Dave, no one commented about this. Liverpool's 12th man yesterday. Absolutely awful. A stadium of plastic wool, says Tom Connolly. The atmosphere wasn't... I was watching it on Sky Sports. And I have a big 55, 60-inch TV and HD, whatever you call it. And usually the sound comes out. It was ridiculous for the City game. We beat them. That seems to be ridiculous now, considering what we've done since. But the atmosphere wasn't great. Maybe, look... Saturday night under the lights, you would think the atmosphere would be ridiculous at Anfield. The atmosphere has got to go up a notch. You've got to get behind the players. You've got to do it. Obviously, it's away at Spurs. We're Napoli midweek. The crowd needs to get up. I should be there orchestrating the crowd. Or with one of those big megaphones. Yeah, it's a good point. That is a good point, my friend. The crowd was quiet, says Mark. Liverpool Talk, Sean and his dad, the year 2000. That was Bob from the year 2082. If you ever remember that, the time traveller, Bob from the year 2082. RP, another hologram maybe in January. We're not signing any more Matrix conspiracy players. No more holograms. We want real players. We don't want, Arthur Mello holograms in the corner that you just put your hand through and it's not even really there. Or a Ben Davies, you put your hand through him, it's Matrix style, he's not there, we've signed a hologram. Maybe that'll be the thing in the future, sign holograms. NFTs or whatever you call them, with players, and then you sign your hologram and he plays virtual reality. Man, you're spending nearly 300 million while in Europa League. There you go. And they're still giving out by the Glazers. They're still giving out. They spent over 200 million, 300 million. I'm going to get a Coke. Hold on. It is Coke time, baby. Oh yeah. There's 150 live. Woo. Okay, good. It is Coke time, baby. Oh, time for Coke. It is Coke time. A good ad for Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is it? So guys, come on, we've 123 people in. Get those likes up to 200. Let's go. Get it to 200 likes and I can go to have me lunch. But what are we, 160 likes at the moment? Get those likes up. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the like for Klopp, hit the like for the Liverpool, the club we all love, of course. Of course, I don't know if the 130 people in live are all Liverpool fans. They mightn't be. You never know. Mightn't be. It doesn't tell you. It just says 123 people live. But get the comments in, guys. I'm enjoying this. I was only meant to come on for half an hour, and we're 100 minutes in. Cheers, Dave. What's for lunch? A glass of Diet Coke. I don't know. I might make some nice ham sandwich, a few crisps on the side, nice and easy. Or maybe some boiled rice, some boiled Declan rice. Jose Allen, YouTube didn't like Sean. For some reason he was one of the first Redman TV. Now got 500,000 fans. Chicken and Coke here now. Say it fast. Chicken and Coke. Sound scouse. Chicken and Coke. Robots, the future, Dave. Robots are the future. In about 50 years, we'll have robots playing in midfield. We'll have robots playing in midfield. You're absolutely right. What do you think of the Barella as an option to get freshen up the midfield? He would cost huge money. Barella. I mean, he is a good player. We all seen him playing for Italy and stuff. But do you really think we would go in for Barella? I don't know. Chicken and Coke. Interesting. I do like Nando's chicken and stuff like that, but we shall see. Guys, I'm really enjoying this. I wasn't expecting such a big reaction, but I still haven't there's a lot of people still sitting on the fence with Klopp, sitting on the fence with FSG, and I want to get a few more comments in before we finish up. Are you FSG in? Are you FSG out? Are you Klopp out? Are you Klopp in? What did you think of yesterday? What do you think of the few games we've left? As I say, we've Napoli, more or less a dead rubber. We've got the big 2 league games for me. They're the big games left for Liverpool. Spurs away and Southampton at home. Has to be 6 points. Has to be 6 points. Man City's got a robot playing the 9 all season. Dolph Lundgren up front, of course, yes. Anybody see a real Brad lad? He's like Terminator up front, isn't he? Jimmy Carr, says Mark Forrest. Coke and chicken. I don't get that joke. Anyway, it's Diet Coke, by the way. FSG have to spend more money, says Gary. That is, look, I could easily put that as the thumbnail. The thumbnail of this video was what's gone wrong at Liverpool, but it could easily be FSG take the checkbook out. You know what I mean? It could easily be that, but it isn't that. You know, it could easily be FSG spend more. We all know they need to spend more, but who did he spend it on? Is it the midfield? Yes. Who did he get? Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice. Who did he go for? Gary's, what's your view, says Mark. There you go. Gary, he's asking your view. Are you Klopp in? Are you Klopp out? Are you FSG in? Are you FSG out, Gary? That's the big question. To be or not to be? That is the question. Says Shakespeare. Right, guys, let's get those likes up. I think I'm dreaming to get them to 200, but we're 160 likes. Wow. Glasgow Red John. We need to make a change, mate. We're 5 to 6 points off bottom. Fuck's sake. Oh, don't be talking about our relegation. Jesus Christ. Liverpool in relegation does not sit well, does it? We have to treat Napoli as a big game to give us confidence for Tottenham game, which is huge, as the Southampton game, which is looking, it's not looking easy. But with Liverpool, it will be not. The only problem with playing a full team against Napoli, who are a good side. Now, they can rest players as well because they're doing well in the Premier League. Plus, don't want injuries. Imagine playing, hold on, I'm going to go back to this. Imagine playing your full strength team against Napoli. Remember what happened 2 seasons ago. We played Jota. It was around this time, 2 years ago. And he got injured against Midfield FC, Midfield in Denmark, I think it was. Some Scandinavian country, Midfield. He played in the game. I think he came on. No need to play the game. got injured, was out for about 8 weeks, and he was on fire. He was on fucking fire. So, do you want to do the same thing? Play your full team and lose 1 or 2 players for a game that, realistically, doesn't really mean anything. I certainly don't. I'd be mix and match. It'd be a mix and match. Absolute Haribo mix and match. Haribo jellies mix and match for Napoli. Don't go too weak because you don't want to be embarrassed, because even their mix and match would be good. But definitely spinal mix and match. The likes of a Keller, Kanate, Simicus, these type players coming in. Rest the Van Dijks, rest Alisson, give Fabinho a bloody rest, even Thiago maybe. Fill in the midfield, give Carvalho a game. That's what I'd be doing. All eyes on Spurs the weekend. We got to get 3 points. We got to get 3 points. Save the main players, says Mark. Glasgow Reds, John is in the house. We all want FSG out, but the manager will go before they go. Just the way it happens in football. It's a results business, says John. Well, I'm hoping you're wrong. I'm hoping Klopp stays at least to fulfill his 2026 contract, which of course he just signed recently, him and Salah. FSG out is another thing, but who do you want in? Who do you get in? Who's out there with a few billion in the back pocket? Who's out there with a few billion in their back pocket? Summer's mistakes are hurting Liverpool now, says Gary. Are you FSG in, Gary? Are you Klopp in? Are you Klopp out? We need to know. Oh, we go Alisson, Trent, Gomez, Kanate, Simicus, Ox, Jones, Carvalho, Bobby, Elliott, Nunez against Napoli. Yeah, decent, my friend. Absolutely decent, yes. Obviously, I want to beat Napoli. Obviously, but I don't want injuries in doing it. I want 6 points in 2 league games. They're the more important games for the World Cup, for me. We need to get up the bloody table. No more injuries, please, says Panoff. Exactly my sentiment. Exactly, no injuries. Rest Harvey Elliott, exciting teenager, E.T., phone home. Yes, I would. I mean, he was decent even yesterday. He was decent. He's young, I'd be saving the majority. I'd be saving the spine for the 2 league games. Spurs away, Southampton home. The League Cup game against Derby at Anfield, the Napoli game at Anfield, I certainly wouldn't be playing the main players. I just wouldn't. I'd have them on the bench. Don't play them. No need. Surely learned from injuries that the list just keeps bloody growing. Here is the answer from Gary Richards. It's Klopp in FSG to sell. So Klopp in FSG to sell. Wow. Put the call out to DIC. They have wanted to buy us for years. DIC, are they Saudi owners, I think? Are DIC the Saudi-backed owners? I think they are. We'd have issues with human rights and stuff like that. I mean, is that what you want? Do you want the Newcastle type thing? Do you want the City type thing? So all you really care about is money, spending big money. Don't really turn a blind eye like FIFA after the World Cup. That type of thing, maybe? I don't know. If that's what you want, that's fine. But I'm just asking, is that what you want? Is that what you want in the chat, guys? If that's what you want in the chat, you don't really care about, you can turn a blind eye to, human rights abuses or something like that over just winning games and spending money. Yeah, grass always greener. Looks greener on the other side, says Mark. It's not always greener. Ask Coutinho. He will tell you. We still could get top of Champions League group by winning by 4 or more goals, which I want, but it is a low chance. It is a very, very low chance because we're going to have to rest a few players, and I even think Napoli will too. They've won the group. No, they've more or less won the group. As you say, we have to win by 4 goals. Are we going to beat Napoli 4-0? I don't think so. So, it's not going to happen. When you're live and you've over 100 people live, you always get these lunatics in with these chatbot type things, FSG should spend more money, says Gary. Well, we've been saying that. Absolutely. They should spend more money. The question is, are they going to spend more money? That's the question, guys. Hit the like, guys. Let's get up to 200 likes. That would be a dream. 200 likes would be just like, wow. We're on 160 at the moment, so get your comments in, Klopp out, FSG in, FSG out. Wow. Dubai, mate. Oh, DIC or Dubai, Eddie? All the same to me. All the same to me, baby. Stupid to go all out at Napoli, against Napoli. I don't think we will. I don't think we can afford to be playing our best team against Napoli. Now, if there was something in it and we needed to qualify and we needed a draw, we needed to win, of course you play your top team at Anfield against Napoli. But the fact that we've 2 league games left with so many bloody injuries, we can't afford any more. I'd be resting 3-4 players, definitely, for the Napoli game. Have them on the bench. Have them on the bench. Panov Scouts, we've just got to make it until the World Cup starts. Hopefully we buy a new player or 2, and most of our players will be back fit by the start of the season. That's exactly what I'm saying. We've only got 4 games left this side of the win, this side of the World Cup. As I keep saying it, Napoli midweek at Anfield. 3 of them are Anfield. Napoli at Anfield. Spurs away, White Hart Lane. Is it White Hart Lane anymore? No, it's a new ground, isn't it? So it's Spurs away, Southampton. The League Cup game against Derby at Anfield, which were the holders and stuff like that, but, half a team out there. And then the final game, Southampton at Anfield, 3 points, absolute must, 6 points a must in the league. Then it's the World Cup, 5 weeks, you come back, you have 2 or 3 games till the window opens. You come back with the Villa game on Boxing Day. I think it's Brentford and Leicester then. So, then the window. And you're hoping the deals are done by then. Someone fresh comes in first week in January, gives the bleeding team a boost. Someone else comes in the end of the window, boost. You go for top 4, you're still in the Champions League. Hopefully get a good draw in December for the last 16 of February. And you just go and build from there. Confidence is up. The weather's getting better. You're ready to rock and roll. Who knows? Who knows where we'll be in February? Napoli could fuck us over big time if we keep playing like this. Well, I'm not saying, look, we don't want to get embarrassed. Absolutely not. That would dent your confidence for then the 2 league games, wouldn't it? If you got hammered by Napoli or you got an injury or something like that. I want a performance against Napoli. I'm just saying you don't have to go full strength. And they don't need it, but they have a decent second string team though, That being said, wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool won the Champions League, says Gary. Now that you're thinking. Number 7, baby. Number 7. It's possible. The year we won it in 2005 against the great AC Milan team, the famous 3-3 comeback penalty win. And we hadn't got a great team that year, had we? We had not. We had a good midfield, though. Alonso, Gerrard, But we could have 1 or 2 players in January. So we're still in the Champions League. We're in the last 16. You just never know. And if you get past that, you're into the quarters and anything's possible. So that's another day's chat, the Champions League. But at the moment, Liverpool have got to get players in January. We've got to get players in January. There's absolutely there's going to be no second chance for FSG. I think they've got to do something in January, or they're going to be, the boys will be out with their scarves in the protests, They'll be out with their scarves outside Anfield before games and stuff like that. So they definitely got to do something and do it fast and big. None of these stupid little Arthur Mello type signings or Kabak or Ben Davies signings. We need quality. We need, Champions League level, international quality. Okay, Declan Rice. Okay, Jude Bellingham. Something like that. We need this type of thing, and we need it in January. Just to give the boost to the team, boost the Klopp, boost to the fans, boost to everything in January. And it's a great time to do it. You'll have Jota back. You'll have Diaz back. You'll have hopefully Matip and some of the other players that are niggling, ready, refreshed, and ready to rock and roll, and hope to get a big start and a big run going. But I still think the 2 league games before the World Cup are huge. Just huge. I said it yesterday, the Leeds game, Centre Forest, we already should have 6 points in those 2. We should. We didn't do enough in both. Fair play to the other teams for winning. But where we want to be, we should have had 6 points, and we don't. That's the worry. Who's going to be available in January transfer day, says Tom? I don't know. Someone could pop up out of World Cup and be on the radar and go, wow, who the hell was he? Never heard of him before, and turn out to be unbelievable. A lot of talk about Brighton's Casado in midfield. He's a proper player as well. We've talked about Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham until the cows come home. Whether that happens, the big money involved, I don't know. But we shall see. It's going to be really, really interesting, guys. We'll stay on for another 5 or 6 minutes. I'm hoping to get those likes up. Hit that like button. Hit the share. Follow Dave's LFC Chats on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram at Dave's LFC Chats. All the big YouTube boys in the hiding, but Dave is on live smashing it, says Jose. I'll always go live, bro. Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. I'll always be live. If it wasn't for Ali, we'd be bottom 3 now, says John. Yeah, I mean, Alisson's been brilliant. You couldn't blame him. Well, he slipped last night, but I still think it was the pass from Gomez. I really do think it was the poor pass from Gomez that really fucked him up last night. It was badly read. He slipped, and then even Van Dijk didn't recover. So it was a catalogue of mistakes last night, an absolute catalogue. And we ultimately lost the game 2-1. Did we deserve to lose the game? Probably not. Draw would have been about right. But we had chances to win it as well. Nunez especially had chances to win it. And we just weren't good enough. We weren't clinical enough. We didn't take our chances when they came. And you've got to take your chances in big games. Ali had no chances, Mark. No, I'm not blaming Ali at all. He's been brilliant for us. He overhit the pass. It wasn't even he overhit it. He didn't hit it to him. He hit it away from him. Alisson's going that way and the ball's going that way. But Van Dijk doesn't react. Rodrigo reacts like a good forward player and taps it in. Dreamland, running into the goal, one of the easiest goals you'll ever score at Anfield. And we hadn't been beaten in 29 games at Anfield. And Van Dijk's record is gone. First time he's been beaten since January. Well, it hadn't never been beaten since he joined in January 2018, nearly 5 years. So that's a reset straight away, isn't it? That is a reset straight away. Guys, I'm going to go soon. I might do something later with Keith and Ivan tonight or tomorrow, but it's Halloween tomorrow, so happy Halloween to everybody. Hit the like, hit the share before you go. Thanks for popping in. It's been great. What are we? Jeez, we're on a long time. 2 hours live. Wow, wow, wow. Really enjoyed it though. We got a good chat, good bit of chats. FSG in, FSG out, Klopp in, Klopp out. I'm Klopp in. I want Klopp. I want you to get behind the team. Get behind the players, get behind Klopp. I want you to get behind the team. We're going to need it now. 2 huge league games to play. I want 6 points out of the next 2. We've Napoli up midweek. I mix it up. He's going to mix it up. We've a League Cup game thrown in there as well. But it's the 2 league games. It's Spurs away, it's Southampton at home. We need 6 points before the World Cup, guys. And investment in January. I think that's what we've taken out of this. Don't get too low. I still believe Klopp can do it. 2-0 to Arsenal at the moment. Gunners 2-0 up against Forest. Looks like they're going to win that. And the pressure's back on City. So Arsenal doing really, really well. But do Liverpool turn it around, says Gary? I absolutely hope so. Have trust and faith in Jurgen Norbert Klopp. He's the man to do it at Liverpool. He just needs backing from our American FSG owners. I think that is the big thing. It's not whether Klopp can do it or not. It's whether the owners can give him the checkbook to do it or not. It's buying right. It's buying smart. Getting the players in this January and next summer. 2 huge windows incoming for Liverpool Football Club. John says FSG need to make 2 big money signings. Absolutely. And they need it this January. Halloween tonight in Liverpool. Halloween tonight. Halloween's tomorrow, my friend. 31st of August is Halloween, baby. 31st is Halloween. That is tomorrow. It's been scary. Yesterday was like Halloween. It was such a bad result for Liverpool. Last month has been like Halloween for Liverpool. But guys, as I say, hit the like, hit the share before I go. Let your friends know. Join us on the Anfield Express. There's a lot of football to come. There's a lot of chat to come. I do like to chat. I like the opinions. It's always great. I'll do something later, maybe tomorrow as well. Have your notifications on as well. Let your friends know. Let your cousins know. Your brothers, your sisters. Get involved. It's a bit of fun on Dave's LFC Chats, Twitter and Instagram too, at Dave's LFC Chats. Because sometimes I let people know if I'm going live on Twitter and on Instagram. So it's good to be on them if you're on them. Jose Allen saying 3-0 now to Arsenal. Wow, that is done and dusted. 3-0 Arsenal up against Forest. We should have did something similar against Forest last week, but we had deforestation and we were the trees being cut down, not Forest. They cut our trees down last week with that diabolical display by Liverpool. But at one stage we'd over 160 live, guys. Thank you very much for coming in. 160 likes. It's been an absolute pleasure doing this, guys. You're absolute legends. But get behind the team. Another 2 minutes we'll call it a day, a night, drinking my Diet Coke here. The voice is still going. 2 hours later, still going, chatting about the Reds. FSG in, FSG out, Klopp in, Klopp out. Kids are out tonight for Halloween. It's tomorrow's Halloween, isn't it? 31st of October is Halloween, baby. In Ireland, anyway. 31st of Halloween is Halloween. At Jose Allen tomorrow in my house, mate. What? Panoff Scouts. Thanks for popping in, guys. Really, really enjoyed the chat. Mark for us as well for doing some of the mods for me. I've made a few mods here as well. Fireworks around here are bad, says Jose. You're from Bray, aren't you, mate? You're Bray. But yeah, as I say, it's been a pleasure coming in. Really great. Absolutely love the opinions, a bit of fun, a bit of crack, chatting about the Reds. You can have opinions, absolutely. That's what makes the world go round. That's what makes football go round. You can be FSG in, you can be FSG out. You can be Klopp in, you can be Klopp out. It doesn't matter. Once you keep it clean, that's what it's all about. Dave, love it, says Mark. Thanks very much, Marco, for popping in. For absolute legends, as I say. Another minute, we'll call it a day on the 2 hours. Mischief night tonight, perhaps. Yeah. Be careful tonight. We do have bomb fires and stuff like that over here in Dublin, but it's tomorrow night. You do have bonfire night in England, don't you? Guy Fawkes night or something like that. It's more Halloween here though. It's all about Halloween. It's an old Celtic legend, Samhain, I think it's called, 1,000 years ago. I think that's originally where Halloween came from. And when the Irish went to America in the 1840s and 50s, they brought it over there. So originally Halloween is really Celtic. Doug from Dugout Football Channel. Check out Doug from Dugout Football Channel. Absolute legend in the house. Check out his channel, of course. Him and the Anfield Road TV, absolute legends. In Connor from the Cop Accounts, Cop Podcast, the Anfield Rap, Redmond TV, so many Reds channels. Legends, absolute legends. We leave it there. Stay safe. Talk soon. I'm Klopp in. I'm FSG in for the moment, but they need to get the checkbook out. Let's get 6 points in the next 2 games, guys. Stay safe. Talk soon. This means more.